Welcome to the CrashOut.
Yo. We are back. Welcome back, everybody. Episode 56 of the CrashOut podcast. You know, we kind of been absent for a couple weeks, but obviously holidays just passed and, people were enjoying themselves, dealing with family and whatnot, the festivities. But we're back, man. We're back. And you already know we got a lot to cover. So we're not going to take long with the intro. You already know I go by the name of Nano_Blaster, but you can call me Nano. Mr. Sammy, what's up, man?
Not much. Just had a good time playing some Arc Raiders. It was a great year last year for gaming. Going to be another great year this year for gaming, barring GTA 6, but who cares? And I'm excited for us to get through these topics because it's been a while, like Nano just said, and we got a lot to talk about, honestly, guys. Probably the most we've ever talked about on this show, and we're going to give it to you guys straight. And I'd like to give a shout out real quickly to Marksman and Lonely. I was playing with them on Arc Raiders. You guys are cool enough to give us a watch and subscribe. Appreciate you guys and hope to see you guys live next time. We appreciate having some new viewers all the time and support. But Caleb, what's going on, man?
Yo, what up, everybody? It's Caleb Black Flash, residential speedster, Speedstorm, number one Jasmine, number one SPO, a residential AI bro, AI enthusiast, you know what I'm saying? So, yo, I'm here. Ready to do this podcast. It's been a minute. Good to be back. 2026. Let's go. New year, new me. Is that what they say? Hey, let me find out you're at Planet Fitness for the first week, but you ain't there for the rest of the year, huh? But nah, what's good, y'all? What's good? But yeah, I'm. Last but not least, we do have the One Wing Angel, the one and only. Angela, go ahead and introduce yourself.
The Poppy of Speedstorm.
Yo, it's here. Yo, what's up, everybody? And happy Thursday. Not the normal Wednesday, but we do have a lot to talk about because we have been gone for 2 weeks. But holidays and whatnot, Christmas, New Year's, and now we back on 2026, the year of the CrashOut. You already know. Without further ado, let's get this party started.
100 subscribers, y'all. We did it. Yeah. Triple digits.
Yeah. Welcome to the CrashOut. Put your seatbelt on me cause we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. Welcome to the CrashOut. Put your seatbelt on me cause we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. We covering the drama, we talking about your mama. We smoking on the ganja, we drifting in the Honda. We turning up with Sammy, one wingers with the family. Black Flash jamming like a lammy, Nano always understanding. Yo, welcome to the CrashOut. Put your seatbelt on because we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. Welcome to the CrashOut. Put your seatbelt on because we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out.
All right.
All right, so we got a lot to talk about. We got our Disney Speedstorm stuff. We got our Sonic CrossWorlds. We got anime, Anthem. We got all kinds of things. But we gonna get through it.
Sonic just texted me. He say he would be down if we talk about his situation today.
We got a lot to talk about. We'll see if we can squeeze it in. It might be, in theme when we talk about some of the Sonic drama because there is a lot of drama going in within the Sonic CrossWorlds community.
Yeah, man,
we'll get into all of that.
I don't know some of these Sonic niggas, man.
Yeah, they some basement dwelling weirdos from Sonic 06. You know what I'm saying?
My
They've been
man,
weird for a
Caleb
long
said
time.
he be going to war with the Sonic community, so I don't know, man. We got a lot of stuff to talk about with that, man.
Yeah, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. But a lot has happened since the Game Award. I think that was the last episode we kind of covered, and all of that. But there were some things that happened
Yes,
within,
there's some drama.
in between. But I guess when it comes to Speedstorm, we'll start there. So first, I know a lot of people have been wanting, a competitive scene in Speedstorm, something like official. And the first official competition with Disney Speedstorm was the Speedrun Challenge. So Disney Speedstorm partnered up with speedrun.com, and there was thousands of dollars at the line. There was a $5,000 speedrun challenge. First place, I believe, got $3,000 or $2,000. Second place, $1,000. And so, all of the top players, competed to see who could get the fastest time. I believe there was payments up to, the top 10 players. And so, yeah, let's kind of recap that and see who were the winners of the speedrun challenge. So, I don't know if you have it up on screen, but I'll go over the results. So for the speedrun challenge, the top times, well, I'll read off the top 10. So we had in first place, the person who won the speedrun challenge and will be receiving, I believe, $2,000 by playing Disney Speedstorm. Can you believe that? Was Tyat from the UK. His time was and just to summarize the speedrun challenge, it was a series of, I believe, 15 races, and you can only use Judy Hopps or Nick Wilde from a Zootopia series. And so, yeah, but very challenging, but Tie-Up ended up finishing in 35 minutes, 4 seconds. Wolf in second place with 35 minutes, 4 seconds, 0.9. Then we have Ferrari in third. We had Goblin King fourth. We have Toxic, which is Alonzo, in fifth. We have Annabus Win in sixth. We have Falcon in seventh. We had Cedric in eighth. We had BRZ Rugal in ninth. And we have Angel Valix in 10th. So those will be the people.
Hold on. So McNugget didn't get 10th. I thought.
Yo, that's wild. McNugget was holding down top 10, for like literally like 90% of the time. But yeah, top 20. But guess what? 11 through 20 don't get no money. So he it's like he secured the spot, and then I guess people beat his time last minute.
Hold
so
on,
he
is
just
that
got bumped
Bozzy
out.
at 15? Sorry, Bozzy, you ain't getting paid.
Dino in 12th, McNugget 13th, Manji 14th, Bozzy 15th, Aldo Pro 16th. One Wing Angel 21st, Nievo 20th, Alphin 19th. Kind of skipping
People was
around.
going hard.
All right, let me ask y'all something because I don't think anyone's gonna say it or ask. So
I got 38.
If GQ was still here, Soft Rallis was still here, and Maxi was still here, you think they place in the top 10?
It really depends because I think it would be hard to say. Wait, you said place in the top 10 or like? Oh yeah, I think they could place in the top 10.
I think Soft Rallis could, because that dude was a time when he did play the game. He was a time trial, goblin. You know what I'm saying? He used to always be up there with the goblin.
Yeah,
bro,
I will say
Chico ain't been around for 2 years. Nah, bro.
Yeah, Chico probably has to like figure out
to learn the new meta
tech and everything. And
you don't think he'd figure that out?
No.
I mean, he'd have to watch some footage, and he'd have to understand why the jumping is good. I'm not saying
he's been out the game too long.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he'll be able to like hop into this season and then get top 10.
I just want to say,
Alice could.
And Maxi?
I think Maxi could.
Let's speak on that. Maybe he could, maybe he. But I mean, there's some good players that did make top 10. Maybe he would have made top 10.
That's a fact, man.
But my thing is like, bro, we gotta make. I'm making this statement here. No hate. We can no longer, consider Maxi to be the best player, number one, when you don't even show up for a $1,000 tournament. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to, if you were the best player in the game, why would you not show up when there's money on the line? And,
to be
easy,
fair,
easy pickings,
you could be the best. Maybe he's probably not the best player in the game like now, but He's probably doing other stuff, man. He probably don't even give two fucks about what's going on in Speedstorm, man.
I don't care if you give 2 fucks. You better give 2 fucks about some money, bro. What are you talking about? You got the most skill, and it's just literally all you got to do is be the best and be quote unquote what people think you are, and get some free money, bro. Like, nah, bro. We got to let that die and go to rest. The game has evolved since people like Q and Maxi have retired, and there are some new people who have kind of rose, out of the fire, like Tyap, like what's his name, Wolf. I would consider, right now those type of players probably the best player in the game over Maxi, over GQ, over whatever, and I think they've proven it. This leaderboard shows. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna make this say, being the best in the game means you are the best if, whoever gets across that finish line first by any means necessary. So that means drifting, that means using mechanics, that means bunny hopping, that means rail tech. People might not like how the game is, but who can basically exploit the items and mechanics the best? You might not like it, but end of the day, the people who have perfected bunny hopping, rail techs, drifting, item management in order to, get the fastest time are these people. So we got to give these people their flowers and their respect. And obviously they're going to get their money from Speedrun and Game Loft, I guess. But yeah, I guess right now, I think we can say Tyap is the best player in the game. So yeah, let's quit talking about people in the past who can't even show up for, one of the biggest tournaments within Speedstorm history.
So Angel, you've been quiet.
I think that's fair. Am I being up? Yeah, Angel been quiet.
Yo, what's up? Well, you want my opinion on this?
Yep.
Oh shit. I think any of the time trial people that were really good at time trials would have a good chance of hitting the top 10. Truthfully, I mean, I could have been in the top 10, but I just didn't fucking stream this shit every fucking day and practice for 8 hours a day. Like, I see Nougat fucking practice this shit every fucking day. This shit was on for like 8 hours every fucking day, and I'm like, dude, I don't have the time for that, bro. I don't have the time for that.
I feel bad for him to put in that much time just to get 12th, just to be that close,
Well, that goes to show you how hard it was, though, too. Like, that leaderboard could have been different, with if everybody that has played Speedstorm, got on the challenge. Maxi, South Morales, all of them, truthfully. I mean, but I guess we'll never know because they never did.
Confused. Some people thought that you had to buy the characters to have them, but no, for this specific challenge, they had Nick Wild and Judy Hopps as free to play characters. So you didn't have to have them to use them in the free practice. So maybe some people didn't try because they thought they would have to spend money to get the characters, but no, that wasn't the case. But like I said, we've had a lot of tournaments and competition, and these are I feel like a lot of those quote unquote legends have not been in the picture. So, but anyways, that is the results of the speedrun challenge. So shout out to Tyap, and basically anybody in the top 10, let us know if when you get your earnings, what I'm saying. I'm kind of curious to see how fast that process is. And I guess one of the controversies with this challenge is there were some countries that were left out, like Brazil. So like Wolf, even though he got the second fastest time, he potentially might not get paid.
He didn't get paid. He didn't get the money.
Who's 11th place then? They're 10th.
It's because Goblin. So Goblin technically.
Oh yeah, Dino.
Yeah, because Goblin got the third place money. Yeah.
So okay, so they already paid out.
Wait, hold on.
Like that. Yo, they already paid.
So wait, if Goblin got third place and Wolf got second place, why would Goblin get third place money?
No,
because Ferrari got the third place time if you're counting Wolf, but since the prize money is not counting Wolf because they couldn't pay him. Yes, and then Goblin got the third place money.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot Ferrari was in third place.
Hey, so yeah, they paid out.
So who was 11th then? Did they get paid too? Was Dino 11th?
I think it was Dino.
No, Dino was 12, so he just missed it.
No, McNugget was 12.
Wait. No, he would be. Maybe he did get it because BRZ Rugal, if he's Brazilian, he didn't get it.
Oh yeah, rule. Oh, there's two Brazilians off. So yeah.
Damn, so then McNuga got paid as well.
Alex got 8th then, and then that
Yeah,
means
Dino would be 9.
Yuri Soul got 9th, so Dino got 10. Dino just missed.
Okay,
So McNuga missed about 1, bro.
So
Wait, so yeah. So okay, so
Your boy
y'all don't
Dino
get paid till February. That's what it sounds like he's saying is February.
so
Right.
you said-
But I thought he got paid because he talked about getting 3rd place, but maybe he just knows that he's getting the 3rd place money.
okay.
Honestly,
Wait. You said
Oh, it's 3
you
people.
said
So wait, 3 people didn't get the
from Brazil
money.
not getting paid. Damn.
Damn. Well, not from Brazil, but there's 3 people on that leaderboard that did not get paid.
It's 3 people
Oh,
that
that
got
didn't get
kicked.
paid.
Yeah, no. It's 3 people that got kicked. He said. So that means 3 people from Brazil participated and they got booted out.
Oh, Wolf and Cheese. Damn.
and just to clarify,
Wait, where's
And
Cheese located at that he got disqualified?
Wait, D&D Cheese is from Brazil? Or he's probably
maybe
from
one of the
somewhere else.
territories.
It's probably one of the countries that
Yeah, I'm about to say, damn, Toxic. I didn't know you had Brazilian blood.
Yeah. So one of the downsides to the speedrun, which is a dope start, but one of the downsides is there were certain countries that weren't eligible for the winnings. And so even though they got the fastest times, because they're from one of the out of bounds countries, they just
He's
don't get
Anna
anything.
Buff. Okay. Yeah, I did see Anna Buff in the top 10. I think it was 6.
Yeah, Annabelle's win. Okay, so that's him. Damn.
Yeah, that sucks.
He
I
didn't
mean, that
stream his point of
sucks.
view. Okay. Wait, so if he didn't stream his point of view, his time was still placed?
Oh, he didn't stream it, but he videotaped it.
Ain't you and your cousin? Y'all got the same flag in y'all description. Yeah, I guess that was part of the rules. You did have to stream it because they wanted you to do it within it's a speed run. They want you to do it within a certain time. Only 5 minutes breaks total. So yeah, if you don't,
Yeah, streaming is the best way that they can see that you're not, taking breaks, pausing, retrying, cutting clips to make sure you got the best times on each one. Like, there's so many things that you can do with recording that live stream can just prevent,
Okay.
Yeah.
but
I still think it was successful.
I mean, it was
Overall,
very successful.
an event for this. I like the idea of them partnering with other companies so we can get paid, so we can compete. That's dope because Speedstorm is all about they greedy, they want our money. But the fact that we didn't have to spend money in order to participate, and they're giving out, and some of the competitive players that have been grinding for over 2 years had the opportunity to put their skills on the line and get some earnings. I think that's dope. So huge W start. And this comes right before the Lightning McQueen season, the car season, when a new competitive mode will be coming out. So I'm kind of curious to see what things they got in store for the competitive mode when it comes out. But overall, W event.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, next up, now during the last 2 or 3 weeks, this has been the start of the Zootopia movie. Has anybody seen the Zootopia movie?
I haven't, but I heard it was really good, and I heard it was super successful.
Yeah, I actually heard it is like the highest grossing movie. It beat Frozen or Frozen 2. It's like one of the highest grossing animated movies of all time. I think it's like 1.5 billion. So this movie is like hitting like gold for Disney. So it makes
Wait, what movie?
Disney.
Damn, I was reading Wolf's message.
Wait, what movie? What movie?
What did Wolf say?
He said people can learn a lot watching people playing routes text. He was first the entire challenge. The last day, Game Loft told him Brazilians cannot receive the money because they don't. I guess they don't want to like make it. They don't make it able for them to. And he said he was pissed.
Yeah, no,
Wait, hold on. I mean, I feel bad.
Against the Brazilians, bro.
I don't feel
saying this before this gets started,
I feel bad, but Game Loft doesn't have a say of who receives the money. This is not on Game Loft. This is on the speedrun.com people. Gameloft has no control. They have not paid nothing to this. The prize money and everything is from speedrun.com. They're the ones that did the regulations, the rules, and the restrictions. That wasn't on Gameloft at all. Gameloft had nothing to do with this other than it's their game that the speedrun is on, and that's it.
Yeah, okay. I guess that does make sense because wait, so does Gameloft even know that this is a thing?
No, yeah, they announced it. You know, it's a collaboration. You know what I'm saying? It's a collaboration with them, but the money and everything like that, that's all speedrun.com stuff. That's all them.
I get why Wolf is mad because he's essentially saying he led the groundwork. He's showing everybody the tech. People are getting money off of his hard work that he put in. Essentially, he was live streaming. He was, you know.
But to be fair, didn't they already say that before though?
Oh, Wolf is saying that they made the rules because he contacted them and gave them Brazilians because of internal policies.
Damn. So I guess it is.
With the Brazilians, man. What's going on, Barcelona?
Well, I mean, I did some research, and I guess there is some laws in Brazil that about winning prize money and shit like that. Like, I mean, I'm not too diverse in laws and politics or anything like that, but and I don't really get into none of that because that shit's a whole rabbit hole. But you know, and from what I read, that it's just one of those things that it's not allowed. And if they wanted to, like, if it's something that was allowed, they had to like get approval or some shit like that. And I'm pretty sure their legal team didn't want to go about doing all that extra shit, you know. And that's why they just, you know.
We might have to bring Wolf on for an episode for him to explain this. He's the best person that would know better about this.
Yeah, he's from there, so he would know. I mean, he said there's no laws about it, but I kind of find it hard to believe that, you know, a legal team is going to tell you that Brazil's not allowed if it's not a hassle or something that will prevent them and they can get in trouble for, you know? Especially if you could pay any other country, you know? At that point, there's obviously something that made them not be able to do that. Like, I mean, no matter how much, you know, we can look about it, there's obviously something there that they trying to not like get in trouble with.
No clue. This is strange to me. All this is new to me. Like, I know like certain tournaments and stuff, when there's a payout, they always tell you only applicable in like Canada, Mexico, US. They always do stuff like that. Like, especially if it's almost like a cash prize where it's like almost like you're gambling in the game to win it. They always have that kind of terms in the clause as well. But this is a bit different. Like, it's almost an international event. Well, it is an international event because pretty much everyone could have competed, which, you know, even though Wolf's from Brazil and they were barred from competing, he still competed. His time was there, but not everyone can get paid. That's weird.
I mean, I don't really think it's anything like crazy either, though, because it's not like they're singling out Brazil, because there's other countries in there. It's not just Brazil that wasn't eligible. It was like a couple of countries that wasn't eligible.
Okay. Yeah. I do remember there was like a
the law
list.
isn't a problem. So you think Barcelona's beefing with Brazil?
Shoot, I cannot tell you, bro.
Barcelona's like, there can only be one place with a B, and it's Barcelona.
But yeah, that's unfortunate. But I guess getting to not Inside Out, but Zootopia 2.
Yeah.
It is, I believe, right now I'm looking, it is the 9th highest grossing movie of all time, period.
As Zootopia was?
Wait. Zootopia 2?
Wow. Hey, let's go.
Damn.
So
I got my box office right now.
I mean, Disney's been stepping up their shit, man.
And with animated films, I believe it is the 3rd highest animated movie of all time. Wait, maybe second. I think it passed Inside Out 2. Because Inside Out 2
1.6 billion.
Yep. So number 1 is Neither 2. I just actually saw that last week.
Yeah,
that movie was amazing. That's 2 billion.
Wait, is that for animated all time? Neither 2?
Animated. Yeah, animated. Yeah, and Neither 2.
Wait,
2.
it's not Avatar?
Well, that would be considered live action.
But it is, you know,
I'm talking about animated. It's not animated. It's CGI. They don't consider that animation.
So what is it? Is it like beating out like Frozen and whatnot?
Yes. It just passed Frozen.
Gotta be.
Damn.
It passed Frozen 1 and 2. So I haven't seen the movie yet, but I've heard that the reviews are good. It's one of the highest grossing anime films of all time. It's definitely making
I
me want
might
to
have
see
to
it.
check that out because I didn't even watch the first one. I didn't know it was that lit.
Yeah, I remember I watched the first one, but I remember like bits and pieces, but I need to rewatch it again just to remember. I know like there was something with the otter at the end and all kinds of stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna have to rewatch it. But yeah, speaking of Zootopia 2, Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde are out. Like, what do y'all think about these characters? I guess I'll go first. Honestly, I like Judy's kid. Nick Wilde is kind of like underwhelming. He's a boring character. His kid sucks. All he does is sprinkle some apples on the track that slow you down. But if you're in first, they don't hit anybody. So you basically like your ability is damn near useless. And I think that speedrun challenge kind of showed that. Like whenever you're like in first and you get your unique item, it does nothing.
Is he a lightweight?
He's a middleweight. So he literally just gets by on the speed alone. And maybe like him being that's pretty much it. Him being a middleweight, like his only saving grace. His kid sucks. I'll be honest.
Okay.
But hopefully Flash will be better. But Judy seems a solid lightweight.
Okay.
Angel, I guess you could speak on this since you're the only other person that still plays Speedstorm outside of Sammy and Eno and me. But yeah, what do you think about the two characters that have released so far? Angel be going in and out of consciousness. You muted.
Oh, my bad. I was doing something with the kids. But what happened?
I was saying, what do you think about the new characters? Like, now that the characters have been out, Nick Wilde and Judy Hopps. I said Nick Wilde is underwhelming. His kid sucks. But
Oh
Judy
yeah,
is
Nick is trash.
lightweight.
Nick is trash. Judy's Matt and Flash will be the best racer of the season.
Yeah, Nick is he's a useless brawler. His abilities don't really do nothing. And I'm kind of scared because it seems like Yzma from Emperor's New Groove kind of, from the description, he's kind of like Nick in a way where he throws some like potions on the ground, kind of like how Nick throws some apples. I'm like, I hope Well, apparently she gets like some benefits from it, but I don't know. Kuzco definitely seems like the better character. But anyway, yeah, so I guess that's our kind of take on the new characters.
Yeah, Cusco's
Looking forward
fun.
to Flash. Kuzco. Yeah, speaking of that, Kuzco just came out, I believe, is it today? Yeah, it just came out today, but the event is kind of terrible because it's a what do they call it? One of those Tales events, and you have to spend money to unlock him. There is no more time trials. And whoever's top 10 or top 25% gets charged. Nope, it's who's going to spend on boxing, the gambling boxing with using blue tokens. So it's unfortunate. But for those who have unlocked him, he definitely does seem like a great character. I'm going to unlock him, but I'm waiting for tomorrow because there's a Tales event for how much you spend on Kuzco or something like that. But yeah, it's mid-season characters, the way they're implemented is kind of bad. But I mean, we might as well just go over the Kuzco trailer and show off his abilities real quick. Disney Speedstorm did release a video for Kuzco.
I'm not gonna lie, so sorry, I know we're backtracking a little bit, but I was looking at the data and apparently the movie did very good in China.
Okay.
It did opening like 270 million just on opening.
No. That's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, the China market is 1 billion people. Yeah, you get the China market, you're definitely gonna be making some bank. That's why a lot of companies tiptoe around China because they want to get into that economy, and if that means they got to follow certain rules or something, they'll do that. Yeah, Angel, I posted the video link in the CrashOut chat.
I mean, you're not lying because there's a Chinese story, and that's the reason why that really blew up. I mean, the first one did all right, but the second one is what like took off in terms of animated movies.
And it deserved it though. It's literally like Black Myth Wukong, but like an animated movie.
Yeah.
and featuring, instead of the Monkey King, another character within the Chinese mythology. But yeah, that movie was amazing. It definitely deserves it. You know, the stuff they were doing on that, it was crazy. The amount of stuff they had on screen and the fight scenes and just everything, it was good.
Okay.
But yeah, Angel, are you there? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so we got Kuzco. This is showing off his kit.
Today's your lucky day. I'm here.
You can play it.
Oh yeah. Boom, baby. Now we're grooving. Let's go. Booyah! Out of my way. Did anyone see that?
Okay, party people in the house.
All right, so that is Cusco, y'all. Man, I've been wanting the Emperor's New Groove season for so long, and I was so disappointed when I found out, you know, they're just gonna be mid-season. But the fact that they are at least our characters, I definitely am gonna get Cusco, and his ability seems cool. Just from the looks of it, he kind of seems like a Hercules, but better. Because you know, like Hercules has a trail that stuns people. It kind of seems like he has that with his carpet, but instead of having to like go off of your racing line to hit the trail just follows you and stuns people who get in your way. So I like that better. And then his charge, he over here dancing and he's invincible. And supposedly, they didn't show it in the video, but supposedly if you get stunned while you're in your dancing, you get an auto. So he definitely seems like hella strong and fun. That, you know, fun, unlike Nick. So definitely a character I'm gonna be getting, you know, to hold it down for, you know, the Emperor's New Groove. But
Okay.
what do y'all think after seeing that? What do y'all how y'all feel?
Man, I played Cusco. He's actually pretty fun.
Hey, you hear it from Angel. He already got his hands on him. So
And you know I'm maxed out, my guy. So I said that.
ooh,
I'm good like a true L. I'm getting ready for this rank mode. I'm coming for all y'all.
Dang, you gonna take over rank with Cusco? Is that what you're?
Oh shit, I don't know about that. I'm gonna take rank over with all the racers.
Okay. But yeah, that is pretty much the Disney Speedstorm news. You know, so pretty much what to look forward. I believe part 1 is about to conclude. So pretty much the only thing coming up is Flash in part 2.
Flash is probably gonna be the best character out of this whole season,
Yeah.
including the mid ones.
Yeah, no, I see it. Like we already, he's like Jumbo, but with like a speed ability. So yeah, he's gonna be cool.
But yeah, we actually, fun fact, we watched the Emperor's New Groove in the VC with the community, and we also watched the movie afterwards, which was Gronk's New Groove. So I watched both movies. And yeah, I'm kind of upset that they did my man Gronk's dirty because he deserves to be the third racer in the season, bro. Like I'm like, come on now. Truthfully, I feel like he should like he was a star of the movie, to be honest.
Yeah, they made a whole movie. Like you even wasn't even part of his second movie like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you not put him? Like, I can understand Twilight and Poncho, but Kronk, like, come on, man. Like, Kronk is that guy, you know. But you know, it is what it is. We do.
Okay. Shout out to Tokyo Emperor's New Groove, man.
I also didn't get the autopilot to work either, so I don't know if it's bugged or not.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, now on to our next topic. We have Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. So ever since the Game Awards, there's been a lot going on. So
wait, real quick, before we go to Sonic, did we talk about the Sandwox tournament?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no,
So
we
last but not least, you know what I'm saying, you know, the speedrun challenge was hella dope. But guess what? That's not the only money tournament that will be here. Sandwox is hosting the tournament, you know, right after the speedrun challenge, and it will be a money tournament. I believe there's hundreds of dollars at stake. It will be a solo tournament. It is a founders tournament. And so if you want to join that, make sure you join the Disney Speedstone competitive Discord so you can sign up. So, you know, we did the town trial, but now it's time to see, you know, the top players battle it out. And there's a lot of top players that are signed up. So it's definitely going to be a very highly competitive tournament. And, you know, maybe there's some people who want to win some more money who won the speed run. Maybe some people who got left out like, nah, you know, it's time to get my get back.
Are you joining this tournament?
Yeah, I joined.
Oh
I
snap!
can get a piece of the pie. I'm gonna try to see.
It's gonna be sweaty as hell, bro. Super sweaty. Wolf is hosting it, and I'm also hosting it too. So I'm helping Wolf broadcast this tournament. So you know, we're gonna have Wolf on the YouTube side. I'll be on the Twitch side. And yeah, it's gonna be a sweaty tournament. You know, I'm excited. I haven't really been playing like that, so like I'm really rusty.
Yeah, look like you've been on your Destiny shit, man.
Bro, top 15 in the world on this raid run that we did when the raid race was happening live. We was in the race, we was at the final boss. I'll be gaming. It's not just Speedstorm, bro. I destroy any game I touch. I might not be the very best, but I can literally compete with the best.
Hey, that's good still, man. A lot of people can't do that, especially in multiple games. So definitely give my hats off to you, man. But yeah, this this Sandbox tournament, I'm not gonna lie, it's looking kind of stacked, man. And Sandbox, is the Sandbox the one putting up the money?
Yeah, I believe so. And then that's why it's the Sandbox, the Division Sandbox tournament.
Yeah, shout out to Sandbox for putting his own money in here and bringing some life to the community competitive scene.
Yeah, big shout outs. And it's not the first time Sandbox did it. He also did it for the Family Cup too, the Sandbox edition. I remember that I was able to give first, second, and third place prize money for that. And this time, and this one, all 8 players in the finals are going to get some type of money. So this one's even bigger than the one he did for the Family Cup.
Hey, shout out to Sandbox, man. He looking out for the community, man. This will add more fire to the comp scene. So I won't be in the tournament, but I will be observing in the chats. And I'm not gonna lie, based off of the people that signed up so far, it looked like there's gonna be a lot of stacked groups.
Yep.
No, definitely gonna be fun. It's gonna be sweaty. And I heard Nano said he'll come back. What said that? Well, Nano, you know you miss Speedstorm. What said that?
Money on the line, you know. Money.
It was over with. No.
It would have been if it was, going on while I was, but
Damn. So you retired. Damn.
I will live vicariously through y'all, man.
So there's no chance for Nano to ever make a comeback at all.
I'm not saying ever, but right now there's.
Hey, there you go, guys. Never say never. You heard it here from Nano. Never say never. There's a chance.
Oh, man. But, hey, I mean, like I said, I'm gonna be tuned in, man. So I think the race is gonna be entertaining, man. I don't know. It looked like the money's up for grabs. What is the payout again?
Hold on, I'm pulling up the Discord. I'm going to break it down.
I believe a decent amount of people get paid. Is it just top 3 or is it everybody who makes?
No, it's everybody that makes the finals is winning. Some type of money.
Yep, so they can finals matter.
Hey, listen, before.
So it's a $270 cash prize distribution. So first place gets 100, second gets 60, third gets 40, fourth gets 20, fifth and sixth gets 15, and seventh and eighth gets $10 a piece.
Okay.
So it's a 32 entrants so far. I believe 21 people have signed up. So I believe there's 8 spots left. And that was what? Oh, actually, wait, there's just like 4 or 5 spots left. So the spots are closing up. So if you want to get in, get in while you can.
And this time, Brazil is eligible to win the money.
Ah, yeah, I get it.
We don't discriminate against countries, damn it.
We'll say he gonna get it back in blood.
Barcelona.
Damn, but then Brazil versus Barcelona, damn.
Yeah, the signups opened up January 7th, which was yesterday, and they're closing up fast. And the actual tournament will be January 18th, which will be on Sunday. January 18th at 12 p.m. for me, Central Standard Time. So
Yeah, there is a limit. There's a limit of 32 racers, and I believe there's only 5 spots left. So, yeah, damn, that felt like quick. Shit.
I think we got to set up a boxing match between Wolf and Game Loft Barcelona.
Oh man, a pay-per-view match, the main event.
Yes, sir. Get on Netflix.
Oh snap, main event. So yeah, there's gonna be 4 groups: Group A, B, C, and D. There'll be 6 races for the preliminary rounds, and then 11 races total in the final round. This is not, when we say founders tournament, it's not you have to be a founder to be in it, because there's some people that literally asked me and said, I'm not a founder, so I can't join. And it's like, no, it's just a founders edition. You don't have to be a founder to actually play. It's just basically all the characters that are playable, all the maps that are playable are from seasons 1 to 3, which you had to have been a founder in order to be able to play early access. So that's the only reason why it's called the Founders Edition. But it doesn't mean you have to be one in order to participate. Just in case that's what's holding anybody back.
Hold on. So does that mean the characters are gonna get buffed back to what they were from seasons 1 to 3?
No, unfortunately, that would not be. We can't go back in time like that, Sammy. Jeez.
Y'all remember?
Man,
Y'all remember Buzz? Y'all remember Mike?
Listen, man. Hey, man.
Y'all remember Genie?
Compared to what OP characters are now, I don't even think they hold a candle.
Now with the prize money, guys, be wary, the country, wherever country you are that does taxes or whatever, they might, or fees or applicable fees, you might not get the full amount because obviously the processing fees and whatever. The final amount will vary because of that, but you need to have PayPal in order to receive the money. So if you are participating in this, you have to have a PayPal account in order to get the money.
Have to have a PayPal.
Somebody did bring up called boxing, Wolf Boxing. But speaking of boxing, there were a lot of big high-profile boxing events that happened since the last time we did an episode, and one of those was Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul. Jake Paul finally got his ass whooped. And then another one was Andrew Tate and Chase DeVore. And Andrew Tate got his ass whooped. So, the internet's been clowning for like the past 2 weeks. So Angel, I'll post the picture if you want to put that on screen real quick.
That's crazy. That's
Dons of
crazy.
BRZ is crazy, Wolf.
The Dons of BRZ is wild work. That's crazy. That's crazy. The same position too is wild.
After the BRZ plan.
Yo, Wolf said this is what Game Loft is gonna look like when he's done with them.
Dang. Why?
Damn.
Hey, they said
Lona,
that's
you hear that?
Hey, they said that's how Adam 22 gonna be looking pretty soon, man.
Oh no! So if y'all don't, I'm not gonna go deep into it. But Adam 22, gonna be boxing Jason Love, and Jason Love and his wife had a little ordeal go. So that is gonna be a hot mess, bro. So the influencer boxing scene is on fire. It's crazy, bro. So then Adam's next, gonna have Oh my gosh.
Adam.
Yeah, speaking on, I guess moving on to CrossWorlds, the legend competition did conclude, and yeah, Angel, I don't know if you want to open up the game and go through the top 100, man. We can go through who made it, man. Who made the top 100 within the legend competition? That was honestly the hardest
Where's that
competition
at?
I've done in gaming. Go to what's called the events in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. You go to the main menu.
Oh, like I had to be in game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, hold on. I haven't launched this game in a month. I want to say that probably like over a month.
Dang, who retired Angel from the game?
Nah, it's just there's too many games I'm trying to play, and it's too hard to manage all of them.
That's facts, and this is something that is supposed to be played over time. So no, it's not like people got to play it 24/7 every day of the week. But that's kind of how the legend competition felt. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, I think if you go to news and then you scroll over, the legend competition stuff is still up. But oh my gosh, bro, that was honestly the legend competition. I guess just to speak on it, it felt more like a level 4 competition. Who was the best at the Silver Surfer build? Who was the best at the level 4?
Oh shit! Pac Man came out.
Yep.
Oh.
We gonna get into it. Yeah, it's live. The festival, the Pac Man Festival just started, like I believe, an hour ago. So yeah, a lot of festivals have happened within the last. A lot of stuff has happened. A lot of events have happened within the last couple of weeks. Yeah. But yeah, Pac Man is out. For those who don't know, a new track and everything.
Damn, that's how I know I can't even get to the news tab because I haven't logged into this game in so long. Oh, this is crazy, bro. Look at I only played this for like 5 minutes. I'm ranked 23,000. That's crazy.
Woo. Yeah, as y'all can see, my what's it called? My Discord profile picture is nice. So for a reason. Oh, let's see what Angel. Dang, 14. So at least 23,000 people participated within the legend competition, as we can see from Angel's.
We know why, because a lot of people, and even in the network test, a lot of people couldn't even make it to legend rank. So imagine the game now, people playing this, they can't even hit legend rank.
Yeah, that's a good point. Everybody didn't make legend rank. So that means at least 23,000 people hit legend. That's actually pretty good.
So the number one player in the world in the first rank is 1UP Expanzo.
Yep. Expanzo, he's cold, man. He's cold. He's really talented at the game. He has great lines, very precise, and then he also is really good at snap drifting.
Sneaky number 11. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The world match doesn't necessarily correlate to who's actually the best in the game, who's winning tournaments.
Two holidays are crazy.
Yeah.
Caleb, where you at here?
Bruh.
Sneaky at 11. Caleb,
I'm like a Sora. I went to hell and back, bro. I've been to hell and heaven.
Where's
like
Toxic in this?
Bro, Toxic will tell you, bro. The legend competition
was like number 1 for a second, and then he got.
It's BS, bro.
Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. Damn, 77.
You lose way more points than you gain, bro. The longer you play,
Sonic told me it was like on some bullshit too.
Yeah, it'll purposely put you in some crazy lobbies. If you get second place,
okay, Black Flash 1UP. Okay, at least you still made the top 100.
Yeah, I made sure I was not going to spend all that time sweat and then crashing out and losing points and regaining, just for me not to make it.
Damn, Cali Maga's only 101. What?
Yeah,
not even top 100.
Yeah, like I said, the leaderboard does not necessarily correlate to who's the best in the game. Now, all of these players are good and talented, but
legend rank.
Damn, no Smarty?
I don't think he really tried to go for top 100.
But there's Dino. Dino was 121. Okay.
So this is Speedstorm people.
There's your boy Douse, 127.
Yep.
Yeah, see,
Hey,
Caleb?
shout out Dallas, man.
Douse did in the circuit did say that he was planning on paying people in January through Maturino out of his own pocket.
It is January, so we'll see.
You got Maturino, Caleb?
I'm gonna download it, man.
Well, there's
I'm gonna download
Limitless.
it. Do what I gotta do.
Okay. Big shout outs to the top 100, and whoever participated in this
So,
thing.
Nano, let me ask you something. You gonna do a top 200 list?
For what?
I don't think we need
Sonic,
to. But the list is here.
like you did for Speedstorm?
Hey, I'm not as in the know in the players, so that'll be Caleb's spot.
Caleb, you about to do a top 200 for real? Or a top 100?
No, I'm not. You know, we did on those Speedstorms. We did on those Speedstorm early access lists, but I don't think I'm doing a top 100 list here. I think the Legend competition speaks for itself. It was very challenging. This competition, just to speak on it, it's not a competition to where the more time you spend, whoever's number one just spent the most time on the game. If anything, Exponsible probably spent less time on the game than everybody on this list. It was more so because if you spent a lot of time on the game, you're probably going to be losing points at certain times because some of the lobbies got so stacked, and if the one mistake is over and then you lose like 30, and then for winning you might get like 5 points for winning, but you lose 30 for losing. So 1, 2, 3 races, maybe 50 points sometimes. Next thing you know, you're down the list. So it was, and then it would take hours. Like let's say in 30 minutes, what you lost, it might take 5 hours just for you to regain what you lost, bro. So
Yeah, that's like some bullshit.
That
yeah,
reminds me of Speedstorm ranked back in the day before they nerfed it.
yeah, it was very, very strict.
Hey, that
But
might be
is
Speedstorm Ring mode when it comes out next season too. Who else said that?
but that's what it should be. It's not supposed to be. Oh, I can just RB drive and if I just spend more time than anybody else, I win.
Still gain points.
I do respect it. It definitely was more competitive than a world match, but very stressful, man. Very stressful. There wasn't very that much wiggle room for diverse builds. Pretty much if you wanted to. I think 98%, maybe 99% of everybody in the top 100 was running the same build. Technical drift.
What Sega said. Sega said this is gonna be a competitive game. They gave it to you.
So yeah, so that was that.
Where were you at, Sammy?
I was playing
yeah, Sammy was hyping up
Yeah,
for a long
right. Yeah, you was all about CrossWorlds.
Hey,
I'm not gonna get off of this game.
I still play when the festivals are there. I'm still active. I'm not Angel saying I haven't played in months. I play every.
Hey, but I never said this would be my main though.
Hey, Art Raid is my main.
No, so okay.
Came out, Sammy.
Yeah, he said fuck fucking Expedition. He said fuck CrossWorlds. Fuck all the rest of the games. I wonder what the next one's gonna be.
It ain't gonna be another game. It's Art Rated all day.
But I guess just to conclude 2025, at least in Sonic CrossWorlds. So right after the Legend competition, we had the Nights Festival, which was amazing. I kind of fucked up. I was so burnt out from Legend competition. I didn't really play the Nights as much as I wanted to. And so I did miss out on the top 1,000 banner, unfortunately. But honestly, the Nights, I did get the horn. Honestly, the music was good that came out with Nights. The new, board looks good. Nights is a dope character, equivalent to SPO with like one stat higher in the boost area. So, right at home. But overall,
Caleb, because what were we saying when the game launched? There was only one character in the game with a boost stat, and that was Hatsune Miku. We finally got that character with boost.
Yeah, and Whisper. That is Tango and Whisper. Most people don't know who Tango and Whisper are, but I guess they are some Sonic characters from the comics, but they will be coming in February. But I believe Whisper is a boost character, and her boost stat is higher than Hatsune Miku. So she will be meta whenever she comes out. But yeah, so that was, pretty much 2025. But we did get news from Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. They had a roadmap for January of 2026, and I did post the picture in the CrashOut chat. You can post it on screen. But essentially, this month on the event calendar, you can see the Pac Man Festival will be going into Sunday. So from the 8th to the 11th, and then we have Legend Competition Round 2 will be January 22nd, going into January 31st. So, oh my God! I'm not taking Legend Competition too serious. I'm just gonna like fucking take that shit casually. I'm not sweating again. You know, I got my top 100. I'm content with that, bro. That shit, y'all don't understand how sweaty that shit is, bro. Crazy. But maybe I'm gonna do my smuggling. I'm gonna see if I can smuggle my way to the top 100. I'm not gonna use level 4. I'm gonna see if Caleb Bag Flash, as some people want to say, can make it.
Caleb Bag Flash. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
I like the ring to it though. It kind of go hard. Caleb Bag Flash.
Crazy. But they did Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. They did put out a statement on Twitter. They said, "Here's an early look at the end game schedule for January based on player feedback." Cause yeah, they did have a survey. So if you know, I don't know if it's still open, but they did have it. But based on player feedback, we're making important improvements on Legend Competition. Due to this, we need to reschedule AiAi's release to February. Tangle and Whisper will not be affected. More information to come. So the bad news is because the Legend Competition and Pac Man Festival are so close, they delayed AiAi. I was excited for AiAi to come out in January. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the characters I'm excited for outside of Knights. So I have to wait till February. AiAi is a handling character with the highest boost stat, so he's gonna be meta.
You know, Caleb loves his
monkey ball. Hopefully the soundtrack
monkey.
Bro, they better add, the best monkey ball songs to the damn game when he comes out.
Hey, that's a fact, man.
We're hitting in the music tournament. If y'all remember,
Caleb putting us on game.
Yeah,
the monkey ball is holding down to the end. But yeah, so I'm excited for that.
Okay. I mean, hey, man,
Wait, so hold on. If AiAi is getting pushed back, does that mean all the other future content past AiAi is getting pushed back? No. Okay.
The feedback. Some of the feedback is people were getting tired of festivals being like back to back, week after week after week. So if they were to have an AiAi festival, that would mean it'd be Pac Man this week, AiAi next weekend, and then Legend Competition 2 the weekend after that. So I think, based on feedback, they want to space it out so that it's not a festival every week.
So they want to do like a DLC, then they want to do Legend Competition in between, then DLC festival again?
Probably something like that.
Okay.
From what we've seen, I don't know what February holds, but just, I'm glad they gave us some transparency for at least this month. But, like they said, Tangle and Whisper, they're not affected, just AiAi. But yeah, that is the official stuff coming out to look forward to. So I will say the Pac Man does have a new track. It is amazing. What's it called? I did do a time trial. I do think I got one of the fastest times in the world.
You able to pull up the Pac Man track so we can see it?
Hold on. I actually hold on, I'm gonna send y'all a link. I actually got a video unreleased, but I got the link to it.
Caleb would say he got the sneak peek, man.
The sneak peek, baby,
Damn, you got weight with Sega like that? Let me find out.
Shoot. I did do a time, so we can. There we go. So I sent you the link, Angel. You can play that on screen. I did get one of the fastest times, top 100 time in the world on PlayStation. When I did it, I had the third fastest time, but now it's like I was like top 10 or something like that, 11th in the world on PlayStation. So I got some time I can cut, but this is the new Pac Man track through a CrashOut member, so let's check it out. Yeah, the track is amazing, by the way. It is very dynamic. It's one of the best DLC tracks so far. The SpongeBob one was kind of basic, but this one definitely, every single lap is like a change, and they make it feel like you're actually going through the Pac Man game. It's like you're a ghost chasing Pac Man, like in the OG arcade game. They give you that vibe.
Okay.
So here we got it on screen. This is my time trial attempt of the new map. These are the what do they call it? The ideal lines you want to take. Yeah, I'm over here playing as Clyde, the orange ghost.
The way you could change like skin for the ghosts.
Yep. So there's Pac-Man, and then you got Blinky, Inky, Pinky, and Clyde. So there's actually 5 characters that came out with this new DLC pack. So I think that's really dope.
Okay.
With the own expressions and animations and stuff.
Yeah, look like you got the drift and stuff, the level 4 drift T, man.
Yeah, after that legend competition, you know, gotta have it on point now. Yeah, man, it doesn't even feel slippery no more. It just feels like, you know, normal.
Are you doing the snap drift and stuff here too, or not?
No, I mean sometimes I do it on accident, but I haven't like figured out how to do it like consistently, like on the cue. But sometimes it happens on accident.
Okay.
And like, yeah, each lap you go like a different route on the Pac-Man level. I like how you jump through his mouth, like, you know, instead of like it being a warp ring, you kind of like jump through it and teleport. But yeah, what y'all think about this map so far?
The map looks fire to me.
I know there's been a
You said it
Minecraft
changes
one.
every. You said it changes every lap.
Yep. The Pac-Man section changes every lap.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the final lap or whatever.
This looks cold. This is legit.
Oh,
I like how you have like the giant Pac-Man in front of you.
yeah. Cause you know they got the new modern day, you know, Pac-Man design, but they still kind of hint back at the retro, so I like that. And it's actually a challenging track. Yeah, this is definitely a W. Hopefully the Mega Man track is like this and, you know, like this and even better. But so far this was definitely one of the best tracks in the CrossWorlds so far. So I'm excited to, you know, race online in the festival.
Kayla Black Flash. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That was fire. I was getting hooked to that. I'm like, okay, let me find out. We got a full song like that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that is the new Pac-Man track. So if y'all want to experience it, make sure y'all get on the festival. It's live now
Number 5, number 4 in the world in the rankings.
on PlayStation. Let me specify on PlayStation. Sponso's kicking everybody's ass, bro. That's Sponso's sneaky. Right now, they number 1 and number 2 on, but you know they're PC. Well, Sneaky's actually on PlayStation, but Exponzo's on PC. But you know, I'll take my number 4. I'll take it on PlayStation.
Hey, shout out Sneaky, man. We knew he was going east when we was running to him in the earlier days.
Yep, back on
He-
the with this.
I will say the thing about Sneaky was always good. Like he was like top tier, you know, in the open network test. You know, I was beating him a lot. He was beating me. You know, we'll go back and forth. But I will say Sneaky, ever since he started using power characters and he learned snap drifting, he's kind of really improved. So he's definitely kind of shot up ever since he learned snap drifting. So yeah, it's kind of like him and Exponzo will be going back and forth with who, you know, the fastest time. But yeah, that is the new Pac-Man track. Unfortunately, there's no Knights track. You know, I wish we could show off a Knights track, but there was no Knights track. But we did get a Pac-Man one, so there's that. Yeah, and I guess last but not least, you know, not last but not least, but you know, I guess going into the future, you know, there is going to be IRL tournament for Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, which will be held at Momocon. And I believe Douse, you know, and some other people are getting together with some event staff organizers and even Sega to make this IRL tournament happen. So, you know, Momocon, I believe, is like a Comic-Con type of place that will be happening in Atlanta, Georgia. So if you guys want to compete in the first in real life, Sonic Racing CrossWorlds tournament for money, make sure you hit up Momocon. So, I believe that'll happen is it April or June? I believe it's later on this year, but I'm actually excited for that. I want to being able to compete on a stage for Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. I think that'll be lit, bro.
Actually, lit.
Hopefully, maybe I'll sandbag my way. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll use my item hoarder my way all the way to the top, man. Smuggling's got watered down, man. Ever since everybody's been using level 4, it's hard to catch up. So we'll see.
Do they have any
Alex got its CrossWorlds today. Oh shit!
Do they have any
Alex today? He just got CrossWorlds today.
Hey, let's go.
Oh, okay. You gonna enjoy the game?
You'll like it. You'll like it, bro. What you saying, Nano?
For the Momocon stuff, has there been any concrete info on it? Do they have a prize payout or how it'll work exactly?
I think right now they're in the development stage. I think from what I'm hearing, there will be a prize. I'm not sure how much, but it's kind of in its baby stage. And what's crazy? Because of some drama within the Sonic CrossWorlds community, the Momocon almost got canceled. And imagine the competitive scene, which in real life, we got Sega involved, we got prize pools, something that's great for the competitive side of Sonic CrossWorlds. And imagine that just getting shut down because people in the community want to be toxic and cause drama to the point to where some of the tournament organizers are like, you know what, maybe we take Sonic CrossWorlds off of the event list. That's how bad it got. Lord. And so we can jump right into it, man. There's been some drama on CrossWorlds, man. Where do we want to start, man?
Damn.
Should I grab my popcorn?
Yeah, get your popcorn.
So, I guess, do you just want to talk about it from? Okay, so I guess, in your opinion, tell us what's going on, because I know did this leak into the Sonic Anarchy stuff, or is it separate?
Separate, but
Hold on. Before you say anything, Caleb, is it gonna break your NDA?
No.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go that far, but
wait, NDA.
It's some stuff, man. It's some stuff, but
to have an NDA is something wild.
From my experience, right? So I haven't been playing Disney Speedstorm, as much as I used to. I was excited about Disney Speedstorm at one point, but I quit playing it. Well, I didn't quit playing it. I was more excited for Sonic CrossWorlds because one, it's just a dope, fun racing game. I like Sonic. It didn't have a bunch of microtransactions. It's competitive. For the last, few months, before the game came out, we were definitely hyping up Sonic. And I didn't leave Speedstorm because of the community, but more so because of the monetization issues. And me and Nano were kind of talking about that. I don't like how, look at this Kuzco festival. I don't like how instead of having time trials, they just got people spending money just to unlock a mid-season. I don't like all of the monetization stuff. So, I was like, yo, Sonic CrossWorlds is coming. I'm excited to get into the competitive scene. I'm excited to interact with the community. This is going to be dope. And we got the game. It came out, and all of a sudden now, you start to see the downside of the community, bro. The community is toxic as fuck. Any beef or any drama I feel we had in the Sonic racing, not Sonic, but the Disney Speedstorm community, I think pales in comparison and looks petty and very minuscule to the drama and stuff that is going on within the Sonic community. My interaction into all of this is I joined, I think my first negative experience with Sonic Racing CrossWorlds was I shared a video of the open network test And you know, I use AI. You know, y'all see my Speedstorm videos. People know, you know, I use AI. I never had no issues. Some people might say, "Oh, look, you know, this Disney character looks cursed," and that's pretty much it. But like, I think I posted something in, you know, one of the um discords of Sonic, and then all of a sudden, I mean, I just started getting like, you know, attacked by people. You know, oh, you fucking AI, bro, AI slot. Oh, I hate AI. You know, they're like, you know, coming to my channel, leaving comments. I had to delete some comments because, you know, I was posting on TikTok and my TikTok was doing good to get views, and people messaging, oh, why is your video showing up on TikTok? AI, bro, I don't want to see your AI slot. Like all kinds of crazy stuff. And I was just like, this is just my introduction to the community. So I'm just like, okay, this, and I think this is a Discord Sammy introduced me into. Because Sammy was like, yo, there's like a Sonic Racing Discord. And the moment we joined, they were complaining about AI.
Yep. I told Caleb right from the jump. I was like, Caleb, I'm not going to lie to you. Some of the first messages I saw in this Discord were people hating on AI, or people using AI to make artwork, or anything AI related. They were cracking down on people. I was like, you know, I know me and you dabble in AI, but, you know, let's just keep it to ourselves because they seem a bit off the rails in here.
Mm-hmm. So I did post some pictures. So this is kind of what happened. I don't know, Angel, you want to bring it up on screen, but I'll read along as it goes. But essentially, you know, I posted just a video because I had some good clips. I had some good races against Sneaky. I want to share that with some people. But I use the AI Zaz, and obviously Zaz has a blue tongue, but the AI had him with a pink tongue. I didn't really think it was that big of a deal. But anyways, got a person named Technical joins, and he's like, ugh, that AI generate thumbnails ugly as fuck. And then, you know, and then he says, AI generation slop makes me lose all respect and interest. And I was like, yeah, I was like, Zaz is ugly, not much AI can do to fix that. Nobody asked for your irrelevant respect. Keep your negative comments to yourself. And he's like, womp womp. I'm like, all right, 200 IQ response. And then he said, you used AI generated art. You're not worth a higher level of sentience response. And I said, did AI take your job or something? I said, learn how to prompt. That's just me talking shit. Because, you know, they're coming at me rude. You know, and then essentially I was just like, you could have spent time not being an asshole to strangers, work on your personal skills. At the end of the day, I wanted to share some CrossWorlds footage. And if you don't want to watch because of AI thumbnail, keep it pushing. Your comments aren't needed. And then he's all like, I ain't keeping this discussion going. We're going to talk about a game with actual well-made art, race clips go, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know, that's just a snippet of my first interaction within the Sonic community. So, you know, apparently some people think the Sonic racing community is just like artists or something, but no, like niggas been playing Sonic since Sonic 06, since Sega Genesis. You know, there's a lot of people who aren't artists and they just like Sonic. You know, they like the music in Sonic, they like the characters, whatever. But, you know, some of these self-righteous people feel like artists are the only people within the community and they try to gatekeep it or something like that. So I was just like, whatever, I'm gonna keep it pushing, right? Like Sammy said, I was just like, all right, some people don't like the AI, cool, and there's that side of the community. Fast forward, you know, I ended up joining because, you know, there are tournaments going. I believe one of the first tournaments was the CrossWorlds 500, which was for some money. And, you know, there was a whole beef and drama because of that, because we never got paid. And we've already talked about that here on this channel. So, there, you know, there's drama and stuff, people talking crap and a lot of beef because of that. But outside of that tournament, there were some team tournaments. So I ended up joining one up. No, wait. I'm getting ahead of myself. I ended up joining a team called Extreme Riders. And everything was cool. I tried to get Nano and I tried to get Sammy and Angel to join. And I think Pro, and I asked y'all first. I said, yo, we trying to get the stream snipers in Sonic CrossWorlds? But this is just after Disney Speedstorm divisions. And I think a lot of people were burnt out. And they're like, you know what? I don't know if I have the time to, you know, commit to a team.
Well, I said yes. The only issue was I didn't know what days we'd have to compete on. Because it was weekends, it was going to be hard for me.
Yeah. I just knew a lot of people wouldn't have been able to commit to it, you know?
Yeah, that was my thing. I just wouldn't be able to commit to it.
Yeah, and there were like a lot of scrims that were going on. People were scrimming every day, every week against other teams. It was cool, So I was like, all right, well, we probably can't. I wouldn't be able to get them consistently. Let me join a team. So I joined the Extreme Riders, and this was a team made by K3, and everything seemed cool. It seemed like K3, somebody named Kyrian, and I think Shy Guy had some issues with Douse, but something about in the DMs. I didn't know what was going with that. I was just like, yo, I'm here. We're scrimming. I'm competing. That's cool. Looking forward to the tournament. So when we would scrim, we would score points. And sometimes there would be like human error because we would do like 12 races and we would try to get the points for each player, each team. We would have some problems. Then there was somebody on the team, Zen. Here's the thing. We had a podcast. I think it was like Zen was cool. There was a lot of cool people on the Extreme Riders Sunday. But yeah, Zen basically was like, yo, I use AI at work. I was thinking maybe, I could use ChatGPT or AI or something to help us keep score of points. It'll calculate the points for us. So we don't have to take a long time getting the points out. So then Shy Guy all of a sudden is like, oh no, like AI uses a bunch of water. And he was like, we don't need to use it. We got humans or something, blah, blah, blah. We're just like, yo, like, we've had a bunch of issues. Like it could just help us. But anyways, it was starting to get awkward a little bit. So we kind of just cut it off and stopped talking about it. And then we did our scrim. Middle of the scrim, Zen asked Shy Guy, he's like, hey, like, you really don't fuck with AI like that? Shy Guy gets heated and fucking cusses Zen out and all this kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? You motherfucker, man. All kinds of crazy stuff. I'm like, yo, and then at the end of the race, he got last on purpose and then quit the scrim and said, Sunday, you sub in for me. Dang. Literally, while we are freaking scrimming, then all of a sudden he writes a paragraph. And he's all like, I'm leaving the team because I refuse to associate with people who are pro AI and AI bros kind of stuff. So I'm like, what the fuck? And I didn't like how he was attacking
Pro AI is
Zen
crazy.
Yeah, and let me see if I can bring up that message. And I was like, I wasn't appreciative of him trying to demonize Zen and demonize me and act like we're bad people just because we were trying to look for a solution to better score points. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was childish. So, I went and I said my 2 cents. Hold on, let me see. Let me get this so y'all can see it.
Yeah, the CrossWorld people are crazy too, man. It's not just Speedstorm community. It's like all communities will have that.
Yeah,
that certain area of people.
But negative people.
All you CrossWorlds players out there, though, I would love to race y'all in my neck of the woods. Come over to freaking Speedstorm for a little bit so I can show y'all how it's done on my neck of the woods. I want to face Sneaky and all of them and Speedstorm so I can show them exactly who the fuck I am. What?
Yeah, and then he's all like,
I might be good in CrossWorlds, but you're definitely not going to beat me in fucking Speedstorm. I 100% guarantee that.
A lot of these toxic people are from the Mario Kart community or whatever and stuff, so they think because they were big in Mario Kart that niggas is gonna worship them or suck they dick in the Sonic CrossWorld community. It's like, no, nigga, I don't know you. Like, first of all, I don't care what you did in Mario Kart. Like, just because you have an opinion doesn't mean people have to just, just appease you. Like, no, that's not how it works. But, some people are very egotistical. But he's all like, hey, y'all, it hurts to say this, but I'm going to start looking to joining other teams. Y'all have been great to work with, and I'm very proud of how far the team's come. But the recent talk on generative AI really opened my eyes. I don't feel comfortable associating with anybody who is pro AI. It's not something I'm going to tolerate. I hope you can respect that. No, I don't. That's not the only reason I'm leaving, but that's what broke the camel's back for me. I joined this team mainly because it was the first one that offered, and I don't want that to limit my options for people I interact with. Best of luck with y'all. I don't know. It's like, nah, you ain't gonna just say that after cussing niggas out.
That's crazy.
Yes. So, and it was crazy because I actually recruited Toxic because, on that team because y'all know the beef I had with Has. We were pretty cordial on the team. We got Toxic on the team. So I'm thinking like, yo, this is going to be a strong team with strong players. And then this literally was the situation that broke that team apart. Now Toxic was still holding it down. Toxic was still competing in tournaments, with XR and getting the most points. But the team got split up. Me and Zen were gone. Shy Guy was gone. So it was literally just Toxic was left hanging, which is so unfortunate because like we had people trying out and whatnot, whatever. But anyways, I call him out. I'm like, yo, like, what you're not gonna do? We're here to play the game. We're here because we all have a love for kart racing and Sonic. Like I don't care about your religion, your race, your sex, your identity. We're here for Sonic. So you trying to demonize people for AI is crazy. But anyways, I said that. This person named Alex was like, oh no, I'm gonna kick you off the team. Basically, he defended Shy Guy. Like, oh, you're attacking Shy Guy for his opinion. I'm like, he's attacking us. But anyways, you know how these Discord mods are. They think they, have some power because they're a moderator or something like that. So, I was like, he's like, I'm gonna mute you. And I'm like, you mute me, I'm leaving the team. So what did he do? He mutes me. I'm like, all right, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying all this kind of stuff. And, I left the team, and then Zen ended up leaving because of the drama, and then we left. And so I was like, yo, you know what? I'm going to join the one up. You know what I'm saying? Smarty got a good team going, you know what I'm saying? We already are familiar with each other because of Speedstorm. I'm just going to join one up. I don't have to, be on this team with, these toxic people. And then somebody literally trying to abandon the team. They're causing drama. And then once, people start looking at the extreme riders in a bad light, now they want to abandon the team, blame the quote unquote AI bros, and then dip. I'm like, I don't need to subject myself to that. So anyways, I end up joining one up. Me and Smarty have a talk or whatever, about everything. And, we came to a what do they call it? An understanding. And, I ended up joining the team, no drama. And then Zen ended up joining the team too, because he felt like it was more positive than the team we were on, because all they did was talk stuff. The team was full of drama. I think the leader of the team, K3, left. Whatever. But so you would think everything's cool there. Nope. What happened after that? Apparently Mario Kart community, they have a thing called like MOGI, and MOGI stands for a method of gathering individuals. And so they wanted to have that for the Sonic community, so that people can, like, who don't want to do ranked. So kind of like how we had divisions, they wanted to, have MOGIs and stuff. So somebody, suggested me to the server. I joined. And then all of a sudden I joined, and I was like, yo, how do I join the race? And the dude's like, ask Grok, AI bro. I'm like, what the fuck? Ask Grok.
Hey, like, why do you get so much hate out of these communities? Like,
I live my life the way I want to, and I don't conform to what people want me to be.
Oh, at first it was the Speedstorm community, now it's the CrossWorlds community. It's like, bro, you can't escape it, man. It's like, motherfuckers really be hating on you.
Yeah, I'm like, so then I was like, I actually use ChatGPT, and I was whatever. So anyways, there was a back and forth going on. I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to join y'all over here, trying to talk about AI, bro, this and that. And then I think it got to a point where the same guy who kicked me off the team was a moderator in this lounge server. So then that motherfucker was trying to mute me, and then he would mute me for an hour, and they would talk a bunch of crap. And it got to a point, even Limitless saw, because Limitless, I think, was there when it happened. And he's like, yo, y'all can't keep talking about him and expecting him not to say anything. But yeah, they were basically just attacking me for that. So I'm like, are you Shy Guy's minion? Because apparently Shy Guy, after he left the team, he joined the Wind Riders, and then he told basically everybody on the Wind Riders about the situation, and basically to attack me because of AI or something like that. And so basically everybody on that so not only would he cause drama for a team, left the team, now he's trying to get new people on other teams to hate me because I use AI. And so now I'm getting harassed by people, and I'm just trying to freaking join the freaking Mogi. So I was just like, all right. Yeah, so I get continuous harassment throughout the community. And the person that kicked me out of the server from the Extreme Riders was messaging Smarty like, oh yeah, you need to kick Caleb off the team. And then Smarty's like, yo, why? What are you talking about? And he goes, oh, well, he said this. and then it was an image of AI is not stealing jobs or something like that. You know, I was just, I can't believe he said that. And he's like, all right, that's his opinion. I'm not going to kick him off the team because of that. And so the dude got mad or whatever. So because I didn't get kicked out of the community or kicked off the team like he thought, you know what I'm saying? You know, he was hating, you know, and then he just, they're trying to rally people, you know, against me. Anyways, that was that, at least when the AI
The
stuff.
war on Caleb.
Yeah. So I'm just, you know, I'm on 1UP, you know, and everything's cool. You know, we doing our tournaments. Now, all of a sudden, now they're attacking 1UP. One, because now 1UP is now seen as a team that has a bunch of AI bros. So, no, that's the AI team. I can't believe it. So now they're attacking me. They're attacking, you know, 1UP and Smarty for using AI and all this kind of stuff. And then it got to the point, they started attacking this guy, I believe, who came from, what's it called? The Crash Team Racing community. So apparently, like in 2023, he said a certain anime character was his waifu. And because he said this anime character was his waifu, which is like wifey or like a character he has a crush on or something like that, they're like, oh, that's a lonely con. You're a pedophile.
What up, Asher?
Like, no, I don't know. And then, yeah, that was,
Real PDF file?
yeah. So, anyways, because you know people had issues with 1UP, they brought up this Thunder Hunter guy, and they brought up his history within the Crash Team Rumble community, and then they're like, oh, that dude's a pedophile because he said this anime character was his waifu. Yeah, PDF file. And then they're like, you know what, all of 1UP pedophiles. And then they started making memes saying, you know what, Taylor's a pedophile. I'm like, what the fuck? No, I'm like, first of all, I said, I don't play about kids. Like, first of all, you can be mad because I use AI, but what you're not going to do is try to call me a pedophile because he's somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man.
Hold on.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that PDF file accusation.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I posted a picture in the CrashOut chat. So this is the type of the memes they were coming up with. And I said, you know, he posting this.
Glad you could join us.
1UP child molester, something like that. Officer K. I think somebody in the game changed their name to 1UP Epstein, and that was like their name in the game or something like that.
Yes, you
So
did.
it was getting pretty bad, bro.
Yeah. Just sounded like it was getting out of hand.
Yeah, and the thing is, what you don't want to do, it obviously, you know, if there's a real situation, handle it. But like, what you don't want to do is just like willy-nilly just be throwing around PDF files to random people because you don't like them. Because they're like an anime character. Oh, they use AI, so we're gonna call 300. It got to a point they were DMing people, calling people the N-word with the hard R. It was all kinds of crazy stuff. People were getting harassed, bro. It was insane.
This is some CrossWorlds?
Yes, bro.
Bro, what the a fucking kart racing game? Y'all taking this shit serious, bro. Oh my god.
Niggas don't care.
Oh man, dude. I'm glad I'm not a part of that shit, bro. I will cuss a motherfucker out in 2.5 seconds, bro. I have no filter.
Yeah, and it's like
Crazy,
it's like
bro.
people try to reach when they do. Yeah, people try to reach when they feel like they have no power over you. It'd be like if you said, you know, your favorite character is Meg, or your favorite character is freaking Jasmine, or you like Sakura from a Naruto, and now you got people calling, oh well, actually, they're this old and blah blah blah. I'm like, I ain't got time for that. Like, there's real children being out here being harmed, and y'all over here trying to, you know, throw out this word because somebody like an anime character. I don't give a fuck about none of that, and that ain't got nothing to do with me. So why is my name being brought up with these accusations? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, it got to a point to where it got to Douse. There was issues. I believe somebody who's in the Smash community, because the Smash community, you know, they've had their issues with PDF accusations and all of that kind of
That's a
stuff.
fact.
He gave some advice. And he talked about how, he was involved with one of the big heads of the Smash community and how it's not good. And if this gets out and this y'all allow this to like spread, like it's going to get to the Momocon tournament organizers and they're going to cut down the tournament and there won't be any competitive scene if this gets too far, essentially. So,
Yep.
So because of that, there was some drama, some back and forth, some team infighting. Eventually, the rival circuit Discord got shut down because Dallas wanted to, stop all of the back and forth, so it doesn't spread. There's some people who got banned because of their actions and because of getting out of control. And a lot of tournaments have been canceled. Team tournaments, scrims have stopped. SV, the Speed Vipers, that was Dallas' competitive team, got disbanded. But SV is done. Sneaky was part of SV. A lot of top players, Cali Mac and Cheese, like a lot of SV was getting huge, but SV is no longer a team. It's a lot of drama going on. So I'm just like burnt out on it. And basically, but I will say, some of those mods did get removed because some of the people who were harassing me because of AI have got removed because they want the Sonic community to be a space to where people aren't harassed on whatever political side you stand on. You shouldn't be harassing people, and that goes for artists, pro AI, anti AI, whatever. People need to not be harassed because of whatever. And so some of those mods got removed, and they're salty and stuff. So, I believe the Sonic community is trying to start over. They did put some rules down, no talk. They treat AI as if it's like a political thing. And so, they don't want people
so you
talking
can't
about
talk
it.
about? Damn.
You can't talk about it no more.
Yeah.
Which it's fine. And here's my thing. I never brought it up. It's just people, coming after me because they know I use it, but I don't bring it up. You know what I'm saying? But once somebody attacks me, I'm gonna defend myself. I'm gonna lash back. You come into my channel talking crap. You in messages and teams. But anyways, yeah, a lot of drama.
Damn.
I think there's a lot of people who they see you thriving or they see what you got going on, and when they feel like they ain't got no power over you, they try to get to other means. So, but yeah, that's what's going on in the Sonic racing community. Hopefully, the community can get more positive and not be doing some infamous accusations and labeling hundreds of people, PDF files because you don't like one person has a waifu anime character. Like it's so stupid and so petty. But that is the CrossWorlds drama, y'all. So because of that, I did make a song, a diss track to all of the Wind Riders, So why don't we go ahead and play that for the people? And Angel, if you could put that tombstone in the background while the song plays. We can go ahead and enjoy it,
Caleb about to drop a beat 'em up diss track.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. And there is some more CrossWorlds drama even after that. So stay tuned.
Yeah, I had to make a diss track for these niggas, bro.
The wind riders are a fucking joke. And every tournament, man, they fucking choke. Hating on niggas cause they fucking broke. They never had muscle, man, stay off that coke. And just know I'm with all the smoke. I'm shooting that one rider till they fucking croak. They was laughing they until they got soaked. A stream sniper came and cut they throat. You a pussy ass nigga if you a shy guy. They won't be level 4 when I do the drive-by. My Uzi automatic shooting like it's AI. Self-driving car taking off you in the sky high. The wind ride is fake, man, they artificial. Everything about them scrubs is superficial. The Sonic Racing Lounge will never be official. They can keep making memes until we get judicial. They spewing poison in the community, and airborne disease messing up the unity. We need an antidote so expeditiously. They out here spreading lies so untruthfully, which is why they will get dealt with ruthlessly. They getting kicked out the club so brutally. That's what they get for acting so stupidly. No go and kick rock, already wrote the eulogy. They full of hot air, smell like some breaking wind. Crying on the internet cause I be going in. They must be blowing smoke and they must be high on gas. If they think I won't show up and put some belt to ass. Yeah, banned from the circuit, I guess that mean we up. One up community celebrating, turning up. Kick to the curb because you was acting up. Maybe next time you will shut the fuck up. Try to add you on the game, but we'll talk behind your back. I hope they not caught off guard when I get a face of smack. They think being a Discord might give them some kind of power, because in real life they lame and they're nothing but some cowards. Their breath smells really sour, they should brush for an hour. They always on the game and they need to take a shower. Talking all crazy when they all will flower. I'm tired of these online lames who think they super powered. Grown men crashing out over them and waifus. Now I gotta diss these niggas using a hate coup. We cooking these lames, serve them in drive-thru. If you keep talking crap, I'm gonna find you. Crying, screaming, AI's taking all the water. Man, shut your ass up before I beat you like your father, you a lame. You could never date my daughter, you just mad because your girl ugly in my house. Step on your toe and screaming one. Whooping your ass is how I have fun. I'm taking off like a jet for the holidays. Niggas be hating because they be getting outplayed. The wind riders lame, 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 lame. Shut the fuck up and just play the game, 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 game. These whiny ass children are driving me insane, insane, insane. If a robot can draw better than you, then you should be ashamed. Maybe step up your game. Ooh, ooh. Keep pissing me off, you may just get hit in the grain. All going down.
Okay.
All right.
Evan said you got to get a hip hop version.
like more hostile energy.
Yeah. I think if you're gonna do a diss track, you gotta give us like a demonic hip hop diss track.
Yeah, give us a hit 'em up.
Damn.
Yeah. Hey, I was hitting their ass up with a chill tune, so I get what he mean, but I sent y'all the chill version. But yeah, fuck the Wind Riders, nigga.
Oh, yeah. You heard it here first. He said, "Fuck the Wind Riders."
Do y'all want to hear the hip hop version? We can play the second version if y'all want. That's up to y'all. I do have a more of a diss one.
It is. I mean, I'm gonna leave that up to you, Caleb. I mean, we do have a lot of stuff to get to. So, do you feel like you really want to play it? That's on you.
I mean, we could play it at the end.
Yeah, maybe at the
outro?
end, and if not, yeah, maybe outro. We'll do the hip hop diss track version of it, for the outro. But yeah, man, that's how I'm coming. But yeah, that is some of the drama, for people. If y'all wanted to know a little bit deeper, at least from my perspective, what's going on. And I left a lot out. There's still things to be done, but that has been some of the drama that's been happening on the competitive side. But yeah, I know. I believe Nano. What you want to talk about? Some other drama? What other drama's going on?
Yeah. So apparently, hold on, give me a second.
Yep.
All right. So apparently, um,
No, your mic is having some
y'all hear, like,
feedback.
static or
Yeah,
something?
I hear it.
Yeah, your mic's going crazy.
Oh no, that's Caleb. That's Caleb's.
Oh,
What about now?
I think it sounds better.
Yeah, I think it's gone now.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah. So, I don't remember when, but I think probably around like maybe 4 or 5 days ago, Mr. Sonic Anarchy hit me up. And if you're in the chat, Sonic, we kind of about to get into it, or at least I'm just gonna explain what you told me. And if I miss anything, like let me know. But so I get a random message from Sonic saying he wanted to like talk to me about something, and I guess usually Sonic doesn't like hit me up out of the blue like this, so I was kind of surprised. So I didn't know exactly what he was gonna say. So when he so I agreed to talk with him in VC and whatnot. And while I joined the VC.
Sonic said to have him join VC.
Oh, okay. I guess Sonic could just explain it, but yeah, I got you. Hold on, let me.
I don't see him in the waiting room.
I'm gonna get you in here, Mr. Sonic. You should be able to join now, Sonic.
There's a delay, so it probably won't hear.
There you
You
go.
could just join for this segment so you could talk about what you want to talk about. What's going on, Mr. Anarchy?
Oh my god, I was just muted this whole time. My god.
Yeah.
So what basically happened is that like every guy knows that Smarty and the One Up crew now have like a podcast that they discuss, like topics and gaming and all that.
Yep.
Well, this happened. Let's see if I remember. Like, basically happened last month. I decided, oh look, they're streaming the podcast. So I decided, why not? I'll just join and see what they're talking about. So I quickly, live chat and all that. I type in, "Hey guys, how's it going?" And they notice me and all that. I noticed that their crew was like, professional and all that. So I type in like Risa is doing a good job, like the one up cheerleader. She was also one of the hosts. I can send a screenshot of what I said. Hold on, give me a second. Let me send it to the VC chat real quick. All I said, case in point, all I said was one thing, and then that resulted in me being like public enemy number one on behalf of like the One Up crew, which I don't understand. How do you?
Damn.
Okay, hold on. I know I have it here somewhere. Give me a second. All right,
Take
here
your
we go.
time, man. Take your time.
All right, so this is the first screenshot that I said on the One Up podcast. If Angel can put that up on screen.
You said this happened about like a month ago, right?
Yes, it happened like literally last month.
Oh, Angel was in there too.
Yeah, Angel was there, just lurking around. So if you see very closely, all I said was, "Risa, can we be friends on Discord?" Just acting like a random question and all that. And then you look what she responded, saying, I like that you want to be friends on Discord, Sonic Anarchy, but I will have to decline. I apologize." And I was like, okay, I totally understand. That's hold on. Okay, I posted a next screenshot of what I said. So usually, I reply like a hashtag sad face, and I just simply type in "I apologize too." That's all I said. Literally, that's all I said in the fucking chat. And then I realized that, oh, I'm the One Up server is not on my list anymore. And then, I see Caleb playing like Legend competition, I believe. And then I said to him like, "Hey, can you give me like a link to the One Up server?" And he sent me a link to his DMs and all that. When I rejoined, all of a sudden, like an hour later, I got booted off the server for some godforsaken reason. And then in my head, I was thinking like, is this related to what I said in the podcast? So I quickly DM Smarty and saying like, "Hey, am I banned because I said that to Risa on the podcast?" And just dead silent. Not a single response. It's like now this guy is ignoring me. So like I just don't understand, man.
Well, Smarty's defensive over his hoes. Rose said that.
I wouldn't say that. Not I will say, for all we know, one, I don't even know what's going on with that whole situation. I'm kind of out the loop. I just know you said you wanted to join One Up, and apparently that you, from what I hear, that you had some, previous disagreements, or I guess with you and Smarty. So, I don't think
Yes.
because of whatever previous thing you got going with him, maybe I don't think he really wanted you to, be in the server. And for all we know, Marissa might have felt uncomfortable by that, or I don't know. I can't speak for her, but if she felt uncomfortable and then she went to Smarty about it, then maybe that's why they didn't want you to join one up. But I can't speak on. I can speculate, but
Hold on, Caleb. Did you sign an NDA?
honestly, I was out to look. I just know Smarty. Oh, not Smarty, but I just know Sonic said he wanted to join the one up team. So I was like, all right, I'll send you an invite, and I sent him an invite, and it was like, oh, that's a no go.
Like, bro, like, I just don't understand. And I never meant for her to be, like, uncomfortable and all that. Like, I was just simply gonna go to the one up and apologize directly to her, and then I'll be out my merry way. That's all I want to do. But seems like Smarty is trying to prevent me from even talking to her in the process, though. And now, you guys know that the one up has like a huge team or like CrossWorlds tournament team, right? I know Caleb is one of their.
Yeah, man. Caleb be telling us how it's like the master recruiter right now.
He's an
Apparently he
honorary
got
one
a lot
up,
of-
man.
Apparently Smarty got some power in the scene.
Wait, so you saying he's a one up lieutenant now?
One up Smite.
He's a one up lieutenant?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
man.
Gestapo? You're Gestapo, bro?
Oh.
Yeah, Absent. Yeah, just Risa, and apparently that resulted in me in being public enemy number 1 for like the one up group for some scotch.
So I do want to like ask this. So for anybody listening, the members of the podcast, we are not on anybody's particular side. So we're just hearing Sonic out and kind of giving him a platform to explain the situation. I do want to ask Sonic. So from what I'm hearing, at least from your standpoint, it feels like you're kind of getting like kind of getting like a bad rap because you asked to be Discord friends with this girl.
Yeah,
am I getting that correctly?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell I was thinking about by typing that. I just said some really stupid stuff in the chat. That's all.
Okay.
I will say, just for to keep all sides honest, I know you wanted to join one and stuff, but like you did change your name at one point now, and people probably noticed if they were able to put 2 and 2 together.
They noticed?
Maybe, I don't know. But I saw it, so if I saw it, somebody else might saw it. I haven't talked to anybody about your name change. I haven't told anybody or said anything about your name change. But I was like, who is this person? One up what?
Damn.
So,
I mean, do you want to tell us about that, Sonic?
Yeah, but like, okay, I can confess that anti one up changed the name on the CrossWorlds game. That was me. I was, again, since I was kicked out of the server, I was being like I was salty basically, like that I was kicked out, which is I kind of regretted typing that name, but at the same time, like it's Marty. His ego is really like ruining this man to this point. But okay, I will have to admit, I confess, I deeply apologize, but that shit doesn't matter because now Smarty thinks like I'm the bad guy in the situation. And the crazy thing about it is that I was like during like a tournament scene, like they were like I was just watching on Twitch, like this guy who was part of the second one up team, and I simply type in like yo, and then all of a sudden I got banned from the chat for no fucking reason, and I was like, it did they find out about this shit? And I was like, that's it. I'm officially getting shadow banned from tournaments now because of this shit.
Now, I don't think you are necessarily banned from the tournament, but as far as joining one up, maybe because of all of that, they don't want you there. And also, I will say with the Rissa thing, it might have been bad timing because there's been some Rissa, along with other women, have been kind of harassed by a certain person. And so, you messaging her, that kind of comes after that whole situation of her being harassed. So, I think people have kind of their guard up and they kind of not like their tolerance for unwanted harassment has kind of gone down. And not saying that you were harassing her, but she had been harassed by some people or a person.
To be honest, I did not know about that. If one of you guys would have told me that she was being harassed, I would never check that shit on the chat during the podcast. But I did it, and well, here we are with this fucking drama. And now, I see like in the community post, like Smarty posted like, "Hey, we're hosting this the 6v6 dash panel tournament. Everyone is invited to participate." And I was like, okay, all I have to do is join like this Prisa network server and I'm good to go. That's what I thought, at least. And then like literally like 5 hours later, after I joined like this Prima network server, I get kicked out for no fucking reason. And like at this point I was like,
Damn.
I was considering like quitting CrossWorlds completely and going back to like the capacity of Speedstorm. I'm not gonna lie, because of this shit.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Like I just don't understand.
You feel like you're being unfairly blacklisted from events because of your situation with Smarty, essentially.
Exactly. I said one stupid thing on their podcast chat, and that resulted in me in being the enemy. I just don't understand.
All right, so hold on. So let me ask y'all this: do y'all think that, at least from what Sonic's telling us, if all he did was ask to be this girl's friend on Discord and she declined, and he was all right with that, like he didn't press the issue, do y'all think this warrants Smarty doing all of this, or do y'all feel like there's some extra stuff going on?
I don't think it warrants it.
It's some extra stuff.
It also feels like it might be some extra stuff.
It's some extra stuff. I think, whatever happened with you and Smarty in the past, maybe y'all can have a conversation and try to resolve it, but I guess he's saying he's being ignored. I don't, and I'm not sure what happened between you and him, in the past to where you guys are at odds with each other, but,
It doesn't justify being like blacklisted from tournament.
Yeah, I don't think you are a toxic, like some of these people I was speaking on, calling people PDFs files and all that kind of stuff. So, I understand, feeling like, like I should still be able to do tournaments. But yeah, I think maybe you guys can try to like whatever issue we have resolved with Smarty, try to figure that out, because he does have a lot of influence in the scene. So, I think if he label you a problematic person,
that's not extra.
Like, bro, all I want to do is compete in this tournament, and I cannot allow it to compete because of this shit.
I mean, other than your name change, because that definitely would antagonize them, and whatever, rightfully so. You change your name to try to, voice your event or whatever. But like at the end of the day, Sonic didn't really harass her. All he asked is, you want to be friends on Discord? That's it. That was all. Like he didn't cuss her ass out because she said no or anything like that. To call it harassment is crazy, because all he asked was, do you want to be friends on Discord? That's it. And this is the part of the reason why us men can't even talk to females, because we asked them to be friends and they consider that shit harassment. What the fuck type of shit is that?
All right, so let me ask something, Sonic, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I gotta ask, just in case, because this is a possibility. You and her shared DMs before?
No, never. Like, this is like the first time I'm actually speaking to her during the chat. Like, I was first introduced to her.
okay.
Like, there was no history of me and her getting like DMs with each other. Like, no.
Damn.
Yeah, like I mean, he kept it kosher. He said, "I apologize too." That's it. There was no ill intention. There's nothing like that. And then, you know, getting kicked out the Discord or whatever. I mean, all he asked was a question. She said her answer. He left it at that. He wasn't trying to do nothing. He even tried to apologize, but he got kicked out the Discord. Like, I mean, I get it. She was being harassed, and I understand that. But this is not the people. This is not a person that was harassing her. So to treat him as such, you know, that's not fair either. That's not fair either. I understand you were getting harassed, but to treat somebody as if they were harassing you because you were being harassed, that's not fair either.
Like, I just typed on Smarty.
And all truthfully, Sonic didn't know that either.
Yeah, like I merely typed in the Smarty DMs, like trying to. I literally said, "Let's end this. I'm getting tired of this. Please respond." And yet, silence, cricket noise. Like, I'm just disappointed.
So, is there a message you want to tell Smarty that maybe they'll be like, you know, there might be some disagreements and misunderstandings, but you know, maybe we can like hash this out and squash this whatever's going on, or at least get to the point to where even if y'all, you know, on the different sides of the coin, or maybe you're not on the one team, that you can still participate in tournaments and not be blacklisted type shit.
Like, yeah, like I just want to compete, but the fact that I got banned from that person's Twitch chat all because I said yo, and that resulted in me getting banned, it's leave a bad taste in my mouth for like one up. I'm not gonna lie. But if any of you can like get in contact with Smarty and try to resolve this shit, like, which I see that not being possible. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, the only person.
I mean,
I
like,
Smarty is Kaylee.
I kind of agree with. I kind of agree with Absent. I kind of agree with Absent though. Like, I wouldn't go somewhere that you're not wanted. You know what I mean? They kind of made their case and whatnot, and like even if you do the apologizing and stuff like that, if you're not wanted, you're gonna feel that, and you know, I don't want you to feel alienated because, you know, these guys are alienating you on purpose. You know?
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
there's not the
I
community
understand.
for you.
I mean, okay, so I agree with Absent, but I do have to ask, like, I know you said you want to, you know, still be in the competitive scene for Sonic CrossWorlds. Is Smarty in dealings with all of Sonic CrossWorlds competitive stuff?
No, just that one tournament though. Like that's the deal. Like, I don't know any other CrossWorld tournaments they're hosting from other participants. Like, like the only tournament I saw is literally from Smarty and One Up and the Prima Network hosting that one tournament that I want to compete.
Makes sense.
Unless Caleb knows other CrossWorld tournament that I don't know of that I could possibly participate in the future.
A lot of tournaments have been pushed back because of the whole drama between One Up, Wind Riders, the accusations, all of that. So a lot of that been pushed back. So they're actually, the competitive scene's kind of dry right now and almost died. So it's kind of on hiatus, to be honest. And I think, you know, it might be a timing thing because, like I said, there's a lot of drama going on. There are people making their username in game One Up Epstein, One Up Hater, all this kind of stuff. People getting harassed, people getting harassed in the DMs. So with all of that going on in context, maybe I can see why maybe he just feel like I ain't got no tolerance for none of the hostility from
One up
wherever.
versus the world at this point.
Okay, so I got another question. So Sonic, when you did the name change, was that after you tried to get in contact with him and everything, and he wasn't talking with you, and he was ignoring you and all that?
Yes, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I was basically a little salty bastard, basically.
I would chalk this all up to bad timing, honestly.
I mean, it sounds like.
All right. Well, I mean that's not
I'm not
that.
gonna
That's not. I'm
I feel
gonna
like there's
play.
some more going on.
Oh yes, and that's exactly what the fuck I was gonna say. Because let's not forget this is not Smarty's first rodeo. All right. That's not turn a blind eye about the drama that he's done in the Speedstorm universe. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I mean, I'm not saying like this is Smarty's fault or Sonic's fault or anybody in particular. I just feel like it kind of got blown out of proportion unless there's like information we don't know about said situation. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
in the
weird.
end,
It's
like,
weird
the
shit.
moral of the story is that I got banned for no apparent reason, all because I said something, and I grew to accept that I'm ready to move on from this shit and just continue playing the game I love and just
Yeah, I will
ignore
say
it.
you should still play. Don't quit the game because you're not in one up, or you wanted to join, or you're not in it, or because one small specific tournament. Like end of the day, there's still gonna be legend competitions. There's gonna be festivals. It's gonna be world match. There'll be other tournaments. So I would say if you really enjoy the game, want to play it, just play it. Like I said, even though I'm on one up and Smarty's the leader of one up, and you and Smarty have y'all issues. I still play with you. I have no issue. I feel like it's something that's between you and him. I asked him about it. He said, you and him have y'all, differences for whatever reason,
quote unquote.
So hopefully you guys can come to a understanding. But yeah, it's just been a lot of stuff going on. From the outside looking in, at least with you and his beef, the timeline is kind of bad because there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. But I feel like whatever you and him got going on probably could be squashed. But we'll see. But like Absent said, what I'm saying, if you ain't got to force yourself. I feel the same way. If a certain team doesn't want me on their team because I use AI, they're anti-AI. I don't have to be on that team. I'll go somewhere where I'm wanted or appreciated or not hated. I'm not going to force myself to be in spaces that are
That's
hostile.
fucking crazy.
So-
Man got alienated over AI. That's fucking crazy, bro.
I warned him, bro. I warned him.
That's just crazy to me. It's like, damn, you gonna treat somebody differently because they use AI? Like, damn, what is this? The new age prejudice?
I remember this shit. Like it was yesterday when I just joined and I looked at the first chat. I was like, I know I just sent you this invite, Caleb, but they already talking bad on AI. We got to be careful.
But to judge somebody because they use it, like you don't even know the person who's gonna talk shit about them because they use AI. That's weird behavior. That's weird energy, bro.
Yep.
Like, I mean, if I don't like AI, fine, but I'm not gonna sit there and judge you on it because you use it. The type of shit is that?
Yeah, the amount of DMs I've gotten from people talking about pick up a pencil and all kinds of bullshit. I also a quick statement. Like, I hope people realize AI extends to industries and things further than just art. You know what I'm saying? It's in transportation
now.
It's in gaming. It's in warfare. The military uses AI. It's in industry. It's in
It's literally gonna be everywhere.
Yeah, it's not just
AI right now.
Exactly. It's you Google search.
Game developers are not
It's
using
AI.
generative AI
Yeah.
down in their game. Like, you can't escape it. Y'all can be pissed about it. Y'all can complain about it, and whatever the case may be, AI is still growing. Y'all are trying to cancel it, and it's growing still. Like, just put that in perspective.
There's a reason why there's a big shortage right now, and we're gonna get to that later.
Like I always keep saying, like I always keep saying to myself, AI isn't necessarily good or bad. I'm a little neutral on AI. I think AI is a tool to help people. It should not be used to
Yep,
like
I agree.
bully somebody to oblivion or create like, you know, trash ass art and just harass them to oblivion all because they made something using artificial intelligence, which Twitter yeah, who's at that?
But like I said, I don't use AI to attack nobody. I use AI to make music. I use AI to turn cartoon characters and make them look realistic. You know what I'm saying? I fuck around with Sora, make funny videos, gorillas fighting elephants and shit. You know, I don't be using it to hurt nobody. So it's just people are just reaching, bro. They just automatically just want to paint you on the brush because you use something they don't like. And you know what's funny is hypocritical about them is they were like, oh, I hate AI when it comes to art. But then it's like, oh, what about AI music? Oh, I don't really care. Oh, okay. You just care about what affects you.
So they don't really care about art then because
Yeah, they don't
music
really
is art.
Yeah, but since they're not musicians, they don't give a fuck. It's just about what they do and them trying to attack people based on whatever they personally are involved in.
The fact that Caleb got harassed to oblivion all because he used AI art and videos in the CrossWorlds community blows my mind.
Yeah, I think
That
some
is the
people.
reason why I never spoke to anybody in the chats, because when I saw that, I was like, it might be dicey.
I think people just. I'm gonna say this last thing, and then I guess we can like move on since it's already past the 2-hour mark. But I think people just need to separate the person from the AI. Like, why would you have a problem with Caleb personally just because he's using AI? Like, you could not like AI, but you shouldn't like. You know,
They think he's
shit
a
on the dude.
T-4000 or some shit from Skynet coming to take over the world.
I mean, look, I'll leave it at that for this one thing, and it's basically everybody should entitled to their own opinion. I'm not saying that you're not entitled to it. You don't like AI, that's fine. You know, that's not affecting me at all. But when you judge and alienate somebody because they use it, and you judge them for that's where I draw the line, because you know, I might not like, you know, I don't like Sonic CrossWorlds as an example, even though, you know, I play the game, but I'm just saying I don't like it, right? I'm not gonna alienate Caleb and shit because he plays it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's weird energy to like alienate somebody, because they're still a person, they're still playing the game, you'll still vibe with them. The moment you find out that like AI, you completely change, but you were still playing with the guy and having a good time with the guy and everything like that.
Yeah,
Make that make sense.
Right before everything
Make that make
cool,
sense.
Weird activities, man. Weird activity.
Yeah, moment you find out, oh my, I have my eyes open. I didn't realize you were an AI person. Now I can't associate. Even though we were having so much fun.
I had to like, you betrayed their trust. Like, what? What the fuck? You betrayed me, Caleb, using AI. We can't be friends no more.
Yeah, fuck that, bro.
They acted like they was playing video games and they got into a relationship with who they thought was a girl. Come to find out it's a guy.
Yeah,
That's what they moving like.
I tricked them.
You tricked
You were a
them.
guy this whole time.
What do you mean you're
That's
black?
crazy. That is probably the worst comparison you can do, Sammy. I'm not going. That's the worst thing that you gonna get us canceled. What the fuck? That's the worst fucking comparison you could have came up with.
Hey, if you into gaming, you know.
But I guess we could like move on now.
That's what's been going.
Appreciate you for telling us your stuff.
Yeah, you know, speaking your truth,
Mr. Sonic.
and like I said,
Hopefully something comes out of it. Something good comes out of it.
Yeah, I hope so myself too. Because
I just want to. Yeah, I just want to get it out of the way.
Yeah, from what you showed us, that, you know, your text wasn't nothing wild and whatnot, but you know, there's a lot going on behind the scenes, so it's just, you know, drama. But hopefully that can get resolved, man. Because you are a talented player in CrossWorlds. You know, I want to see you compete against the best as well. And I think that you know, this is something that definitely can be resolved. So
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
No.
I guess we could get into.
but yeah, that is some of the CrossWorlds drama. So you know, it's we you know, and I'm kind of tiptoeing around it by kind of giving y'all a look into what's going on behind the scenes. But you know, hopefully that can get solved. But yeah, now I guess we can move on to our next subject.
Yeah, Anthem, Caleb? What's going on with that?
Anthem. So Anthem, you know, is a game. I didn't realize it came out that year, but this is right before COVID. What's it called? 2019. Anthem came out. You know, it was very attractive because it was like it was a game where you can fly, kind of like Iron Man. The flying mechanics are very good, but it got some bad rap. You know, I don't really know why. I never played the game at the time. I just know people, you know, you negativity sells. Maybe it was some real, you know, some justified reasons. Maybe the missions weren't that engaging for some people. I don't know, but essentially Anthem got kind of like hate rated by the social media community. But anyways, the game is essentially getting shut down, and it gets shut down January 12th forever. It's an online service game, so Monday. So we have this weekend is the last days you can play Anthem. Beat the game, just experience it, fly around, experience the flight mechanics, because after Monday, it will be shut down forever. Like, and this
let
is
me just say one thing real quick. I was on stream, I think like last week or the week before that, playing Anthem, and some guy was in my stream saying he couldn't play on PC. And recently this week, I've been seeing a lot of people on PC talking about they can't even play Anthem right now. They can't even go back and install it, even though they own it. And I think that's a PC issue. So if you're on PC and you own Anthem, but it's not installed, you cannot play Anthem. So
yeah, luckily I had it downloaded.
To do a last server send off. If you didn't have it installed before, you know, they kind of made it to where you couldn't install anymore, you won't be able to play this on the last day.
You know, after experiencing getting past the negativity, it's actually a fun game. I love flying.
It is.
Now, you know, it kind of reminds me, if you guys want to compare it to something like the first Descendant, Warframe, Destiny type of game.
I said Descending the Angel.
It's literally the first Descendant, but with jetpacks, you know, or Destiny with jetpacks.
Anthem was a very great game. It was very fun to play. Mechanics were really good. Like, look, it was my type of game. I like Destiny. It was like Destiny. Like, it was literally the game that I would play after I did all my daily shit on Destiny, just because, you know, the game, it's a looter shooter type of deal. Yeah, I like the different like suits that you had, the guns, the builds. And it just, I feel like I truthfully feel like BioWare just didn't fucking believe in the game, or they didn't know how to do a live service game.
Yeah.
Because I think what really, this is my thing, and Astacross said the same thing when he touched base on Anthem. It was like, if Anthem had a Vault of Glass style type of activity for Anthem. Vault of Glass is essentially the very first Destiny raid. When Destiny first came out, they released a raid called the Vault of Glass. If they released something like that for Anthem, which was like a 6-player activity, it's basically a raid in a sense. In MMO terms, you go through multiple boss fights, you go through multiple different like areas of the map until you reach the final boss. You kill them, you get the best loot in the game. That's what the raid is supposed to do, is get you the best loot in the game that you could possibly get. That's end game. They didn't have that when Anthem first launched. And I think if they did, Anthem would have been in a way different state. That's just in my opinion.
It's a weird thing to ask, because I've been playing this game recently, but I guess I haven't gotten to that point or even tried to look for it at all. Is there any PvP in this game? Like,
no, that's another thing. PvP wasn't a thing either, and I feel like that could also help the game too if they added that.
Oh yeah, the pet fight is
crazy, bro.
That would have been dope.
Other than that, though, mechanically it's a great game, and it sucks that it didn't get the hype that it should have gotten. But
there should have definitely been a 4v4 mode for PvP. Like, that's weird that there was none.
Now you can team up with people, and I guess maybe that's where the player interaction is. But Yeah, PVE.
And
it had good graphics for 2019 too.
No,
It's cool. Yeah, the
100%,
graphics hold up.
100%. You know, and I stopped playing the game, and the whole reason why I stopped playing the game was that simple fact that there was no end game, like a true end game activity
Yeah,
or
just
anything. There was no
continuously just
raids. There was
playing.
nothing. There was nothing for me to want to pursue playing the game more,
Yeah.
and that's what they were lacking. And that's why the game didn't survive, because they was lacking that end game. You can't make a live service game and there's no end game plans.
Yeah. Well, hold on.
Yeah, I guess
Wasn't
the live
when it
service has to
released-
continue to drop.
I
Yeah.
remember when it first released, like people were complaining about that.
Yeah,
And the
There wasn't-
post game content.
Yeah, there wasn't anything to like do for like end game. It was just you just kept playing. Everything was just
Exactly.
like too much samey. Like the quests were the same after a
a lot
while.
of repetitiveness. Yeah, and I mean, let's be honest
rhetoric.
though. If you're gonna do a live service game, you gotta know the
You gotta have
fundamentals of an
contact,
end
content is
game.
king.
If
Yeah.
there's no
That is
end
true.
game, how do you expect to maintain your player base's like interest if there's nothing for them to chase? A live service game, you gotta like make the players want to chase something, whether it be something cosmetic for like doing the hardest thing in the game, more loot guns, you know, special emblems and titles, like stuff for people to chase. If you lack
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
people are gonna stop playing your game once they beat it.
That's true.
I think
But, you know,
also
that's
hurt the
how
game
the
too
end
was the
game
fact that
looks.
they also didn't have crossplay. And I think at the time crossplay was just becoming a new thing. But I think that game could have definitely benefited from having crossplay.
Also, the flight mechanics, flying was good in the game. Don't get me wrong, but
Yep.
they said, you know, implementing a live service game with flying was actually really difficult. And I commend them for doing what they did. But yeah, like to be able to do fights, boss battles, and different things with flight integrated with it, it would be different. It would be like difficult. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine if I could fly in Destiny, a lot of the boss fights wouldn't work because I'm flying. You know what I'm saying? So they had to like literally think outside the box. Maybe that's why we didn't get a raid, because flying was just too hard for them to make something difficult like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
maybe they
that's
just
just
can
one
only do so.
aspect. Because even if you don't get the raid, you're telling me you still can't be a 4v4 PvP mode?
That takes development time. Maybe that wasn't.
Yeah, but these are things that
then-
you should think ahead of time before you
and-
do your live service game. It's like, do we have enough content? Okay, after they do the story mode, what's left for them? Is there any raids that they can go fight bosses together?
They
Is there
probably
any
put so
PvP
many-
modes where they could do fights against each other? Like, who's the
They
best?
probably
peak
put
in
so many
PvP?
resources in the flying mechanics just to make that as good
I
as it
think
was.
I
that they
think that's
probably-
what it was. They waste so much
But
time trying to implement flying throughout their game,
they
and
were
they
able
didn't
to
have.
fully.
Then this, I honestly, maybe live service wasn't the right choice for them. Maybe they should have done like a single player co-op shooter, something
I mean,
like Borderlands.
essentially that's what it was, because we didn't really I didn't get the live service feel from this game because there was no end game and there was nothing to chase afterwards. That was like, you know, I felt like I was playing more of a co-op game than a live service game, if that makes sense.
It does feel like a co-op.
And Anthem actually is kind of a warning to a lot of games, because a game that's that well technical when it comes to flying mechanics and like, you know, there was definitely a lot
Visuals.
of quality put into it, to just be gone forever kind of like shows like, yo, how many other live service games are only going to be here for a limited amount of time before they're lost in history and gone with the wind and never to be seen again. You know what I'm saying? At least with physical copies in solo player games, you get a physical copy, you'll always have that game. You can always play it 10, 20 years from now. But kind of wild to think that a game that you maybe there's people who played Anthem and enjoyed it and put hundreds of hours in it. And imagine spending all that time playing Anthem just for it to be, you know, gone forever within the next 2 days, where you can never play the game again, never boot it up. It's kind of sad. And so
Let me say this, EA,
And you
because
can never play it no more because it's a live
forget
service
Dragon
game.
Age. You already ruined the franchise now. Forget Mass Effect. You done ruined that one too. Just chill. You're gonna shut down this game, fine. Chill. Go back in the chamber and do a sequel to this game and do it right.
Man, freaking AiAi has a habit of closing and shutting down games, unfortunately. So Anthem ended up being one of the
Yeah.
what was it? Rumbleverse? Or not Rumbleverse, what was it? The dodgeball game that was fun?
Yep.
They shut that
Knockout.
down. Knockout City, yeah. Yeah, people
EA
love that
shut down
game.
a lot of games.
Yeah,
EA, bro. EA is the reason why fucking Dead Space, fucking the original people that made Dead Space shut down.
They left? I thought the same guy came back to do Dead Space over.
No, he came back to do I think Callisto
The first
Protocol.
one, the remake. Oh, he did Callisto Protocol?
He did Callisto Protocol.
Damn, bro. I mean, I heard that game was decent too, but like they spent like what, 500 million on that game?
I heard a lot of people were disappointed with that game. If
Yeah,
I'm
because
being
a lot of
honest.
it went to probably the actors that they paid for that game.
Which is funny because the Dead Space 1 remake, apparently everybody loved that game. Apparently that's like one of the best Dead Space games.
And you know what's crazy? EA said they don't want another Dead Space game, so that's gonna be the last one.
Fucking stupid, bro.
Right?
Yeah. But fuck EA.
EA needs
always
to
been like that though.
Well, all their blunders have left them to get bought out by the Saudis. So hopefully, they're on their best behavior, because if not, it don't take much for the Saudis to start booting people out the company.
But I guess a long story short, Anthem, you know what I'm saying? If you ever were curious about Anthem and wanted to play it, I highly recommend it. Sammy highly recommends it. He's been streaming. Check out his stream. I haven't really been streaming it, but I've been playing it off stream and I've been enjoying it. I like making the mechs and whatnot. Yeah, it's dope. I've been enjoying it. Maybe I'll stream, because it's kind of like when I like to stream, I like to start from the beginning, the opening, cinematic and all that. But I kind of start the game off stream, so it's like, damn, do I want to start over? Not really. But maybe I'll just one day just load it up and y'all can just see me play before it gets shut down.
Caleb, on the last day, hop in and then just stream until the game shuts down.
Yeah.
Those are memories that will exist on the internet as long as the internet exists. And a lot of people who can't play it right now on PC, this is one way they can kind of they might not be able to get in the game and get that last send off, but they'll be able to watch us be playing the game and see the game in its final hours.
Yeah, so we're gonna pour one out, but like I said, Disney Speedstorm's a live service game. There's a lot of live service games, so this is just one of the risk, and one of the downsides to it is that one day it's going to when the company decides, all right, yep. Once they made their money, they don't want to put no more resources into it. Hey, cut the plug and it's gone. Just like Thanos,
Counter-Strike.
Thanos snapped out of existence. So I got a few days left, obviously.
I mean, if you're gonna do a live service game, just know there is risks involved in doing a live service game. But if you do it right, you can end up having a live service game that lasts 20 years, like World of Warcraft, or 10 plus years, like Final Fantasy 14 or Destiny 2. If you do it right, you have a game that can last you 10 plus years, and you will make way more than enough money, supporting this game for the 10 plus years.
But you know what it is too, Angel, with games like World of Warcraft, RuneScape, MapleStory. Those games started this. They started the live service. Really, they were the pioneers. They weren't the first people to start, but they were in there first initially. So they know what it takes to be in space. All these other companies, they've been doing single player games for the longest. Now that live service is the ones that are making the money, they're like, let's get into there. Well, we're a big studio. We can do that.
I mean,
and they get in here not knowing what to do, and then this is what happens. You got Anthem.
You can't come into. I mean, I can't say that either, because how would a company have experience if they don't try it? You know what I'm saying? And this was probably this is EA's first live service game, right? And only live service game was Anthem.
I'm not even sure.
I don't consider their sports games.
Actually, it was their first one.
Yeah, I think this is essentially the first one. So I mean, you make mistakes, you live and learn, which sucks, because BioWare, they had passion for this game, because they knew, and I feel like everybody knew this game would have been something really great if they actually spent the time and actually got the time to perfect it and whatnot. But I mean, you live and learn.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you're right.
you're gonna,
Looking it up, I
you
don't see any other franchises other than The Sims. But do you really call The Sims a live service?
No, they can play that game whenever they want to. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
so I guess Anthem was really the only game.
damn. So that makes sense then.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yes, sir. I love flying. You know, when I play Apex Legends, when I play Marvel Rivals, my tank is Angela. I love games where you can fly.
Hold on.
So
Hold on. Does EA own Need for Speed?
I want to consider Need for Speed a live service game though.
Because they had a Need for Speed live service game, so this might
They
be their
did?
first rodeo. Yeah.
I mean, but Sammy, a live service game for racing compared to live service game RPG, that's different.
I know.
But yeah, so you know, 4-1 out for Anthem. The final day, that's kind of crazy, man. Just knowing that something's just in its last day. So on Monday we won't have to put the dog down. Owe the other. But
I remember for months, me and Caleb were like, "Oh, we gotta get into Anthem. We gotta get into Anthem."
yeah, well,
Joking around, but we were
did it, man.
serious. And then when we realized we got into Anthem, we was like, "Oh shit, this shit's shutting down right now."
Yeah.
So both y'all was like
Crazy.
beat Anthem, right?
I didn't beat it yet.
I didn't beat it
playing
yet.
through.
I only care about beating the main storyline, and that's it. Like everything else.
Forget the missions. I don't care about side missions.
I'm not gonna get to the max level. I'm not gonna get all the achievements. I'm just here to experience the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I even though I bought the game for like $5 because it was on sale for like 90% off or 95% off for the full game, I bought it and I was like, you know what? One day I'm gonna try it out, see what everyone was talking about. And honestly, I've been enjoying the game. Obviously, it's hard to do some missions on the hardest difficulty with just yourself and you're low leveled. And you know, you can only do so much at a low level on the hardest difficulty. But I've been still passing these missions regardless. It just takes longer.
But yeah, I guess like Nando said, we are over the 2-hour mark. But I guess the speed round, you cut some, the rest of the topics. Real quick, One Piece season 1 finally ends after 1,155 episodes. So it's kind of crazy. I always thought One Piece was like on season 17, but apparently, creator and Toei sees One Piece season 1 ending with the Egghead arc, and they will be taking a hiatus because it was One Piece episodes every single weekend, but now it's on a monthly break, and it's gonna
be a seasonal anime.
Yep, it's not gonna be 1,000 episodes anymore. It's gonna be maybe one season has 12 or 26 episodes, and then that's the season. So One Piece is starting to get into the end game.
I thought this was gonna go on forever.
Hey, they're in the end game. It's only so many gears you can have, only so many islands you can go to. So.
End game, and then they go push out another 1,000 episodes. Yeah,
nah. They're already past the halfway point. But yeah, so honestly, it was great. The animation is amazing. I believe Toei, they're not doing your weekly episodes with One Piece. Some of their animation team, which has been fired, is now going to other projects like World Trigger. World Trigger is going to get reanimated. And if people don't know, the people who animate Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super, One Piece, they're the animators. So World Trigger is another show that they do. So I'm excited for that. And then also, just in anime news, there is a bunch of seasons coming out this weekend. I believe Jujutsu Kaisen season 3, I believe, is coming out. I think tomorrow. I think Fire Force, the final season, is coming out this weekend. There's Hell's Paradise season 2.
So about Fire Force now, there's a bit of controversy, and I can kind of agree with it. So part 2 is coming out, and that's the finale of the entire series. The issue is they're covering like 80 plus chapters in like 12 episodes.
So you feel like they're gonna skip or rush through some things? It's about pacing, because I mean, there's some anime they literally be one chapter and they make one chapter 5 episodes. So it's like which way do you want to go? Do you want to go the
80 chapters and 12 episodes, man? That's a lot of cutting. We've seen a lot of a lot of mangas that were good, and then once they got adapted, a lot of stuff were skipped over. Like, what was the other one? Promise Neverland. I didn't get into that because that shit happened. Like, and now we're gonna ruin Fire Force on its finale. Like, if
Hopefully
you
not.
needed to, just push it to 5 seasons.
Yeah,
This could
I
have
think the
been
same thing.
season 4, and then
Yo.
you can go to season 5. You could split up 80 chapters with like 20 episodes, maybe. It would have been better paced that way. Or even if you have to go and do 6 seasons, do 6 seasons. But to do it like this, man. And Fire Force is a great anime. I would have recommended it to a lot of people, but now hearing this, I don't think I can, because
I would
now
still
I'm
recommend
afraid
it.
the
I
ending.
would still recommend it.
I would recommend it, but like I'm afraid
We
this
haven't
ending is
as
gonna be trash.
you can be cautiously, but at the end of the day, it might be amazing. You know, it might end up being an amazing season.
Even if the ending is trash, I still think what it has now is worth watching.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion.
So yeah, basically there's what's it called? Sentenced to Be Hero is a new anime that
Ooh,
you know a lot of people are enjoying because it has great animation, and it's great to see anime with good animation, especially when a lot of anime has been cutting corners, or you know, like One Punch Man season 3,
Power God season 2,
Tower God,
Shield
Blue
Hero.
Lock. Yeah, so whenever a new anime comes, aspect of it
shows.
looks amazing. It's animated well. It's a breath of fresh air. So that one is, you know, check that out. It's a different concept on the hero genre, because I know sometimes it might get stale and people have hero fatigue, as some say. But this is definitely bringing new concepts to it, which I enjoy. So it's animated well, different concept, where being hero is a punishment instead of something like a good thing.
Now that I think about it, it kind of reminds me of Shield Hero a little bit, just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So, Sentenced to Be Hero, what's it called? Fire Force, Jujutsu Kaisen, Hell's Paradise.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out. Check it out. Yeah, let's see. What else
What
we
do you
got?
guys think about the first episode so far about Sentenced to Be Hero?
It was long, but it
I still didn't finish.
Okay, so we won't spoil nothing then. But there was some controversy in terms of like Gachiakuta. So
Gachiakuta.
yeah, so
I heard that was really good.
It was
that was
really good.
amazing.
And
I
once
watched. It was good.
once the final episode came out, there was announced that there was a play that was going to be done and a video game.
dude.
The issue
play?
was with the play now. So the mangaka, she said she wanted the characters who are black. She created black characters for this anime and the manga. She said she wanted these people to be portrayed as black people, and she didn't want no blackface. The people that were in charge of the stage play, like the company, they said okay, and then they dropped the poster, and the black characters that she got were portrayed with blackface, and they were Japanese. One of the other things that she asked was that, you know, if you can't find people that speak Japanese that are black, find Americans.
That was their excuse, because essentially she said she wanted those characters to be black, but the studio that's doing the live action play version of it, or whatever movie version play, we're like, oh well, we just can't find enough black people, so we just decided just to cast a Japanese. That's BS, you know. Say they just didn't want to cast a black person. It's kind of weird because, you know, like they did the same thing with Attack on Titan, because as you on Titan, everybody essentially is white. I think Eren Yeager is white. I mean, they got German names. I think Mikasa's like half Japanese, half white. But then you look at the the live action version of it, and they're all Japanese. Kind of like, really? Y'all couldn't get no white actors? Y'all couldn't get no black actors? So I guess some of the controversy kind of has it's a common thing they do with the Japanese. But yeah, a show that specifically created black characters because of the lack thereof, and she wanted them to be black. She somehow has no control over how the live action version of her show is portrayed, which is kind of sad.
Can you imagine if they did some shit like this to Fire Force and they made Ogun and Sharon white?
Yeah, bro.
Or Asian.
Japanese. There's black people in Japan, you know, that speak Japanese. There's Africans, you know. You can hide.
So let me ask you. And so for me, the only reason why I have a problem with it is because the creator didn't want it to be like this.
She specified how she wanted it.
And then she started getting harassed.
If she didn't say anything, then I wouldn't care. And the reason why I say that is because we have to go back to the Ariel being black thing, because we got to keep the same energy.
Yep.
Keep the same energy. In what way? What you mean?
So, so I guess basically what I'm saying is, me and you didn't have a problem with Ariel being black, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in this instance, obviously the creator has a problem, so then we could have a problem with it without being hypocrites to our stance, because the creator didn't want it like this. But if the creator didn't say anything or didn't mind it, would you have a problem if they made the characters in the play?
I get what you're saying. I don't think it works both ways. I think
You think so?
no. It's
Consistency, man.
The consistency is there's a people who have a lack of representation in media, especially positive representation, and in the moment they do, you take that representation and then you whitewash it, or you take it away from them. I don't think that's the same, especially when they're the minority versus the majority who are always portrayed. That's the difference. I guess would clarify. And I mean, even in what's it called, One Piece, you see this as they might lighten some characters. Oh, what was the I'm trying to think of an example, but One Piece, they had an issue, like, obviously Usopp is black, but like the quote unquote animators try to like animate him as white because they say, oh, we're trying to save ink. And then it also causes issues when it does get live action, like I guess like when what's it called, Vivi is casted as like an Indian woman. People had an issue with that because of how the anime portrays her, or like Usopp being played by a black actor, even though people had an issue with that. And I think even the creator Oda said that would be brilliant, would be from South Africa. These people would be Middle Eastern. So when they're played by their respective, ethnic group of people, then people are like, oh, well, they were in the anime, they're white, so why are you casting these black people? It's always when somebody's black they have an issue with. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's not the same.
They just don't want to see us winning these spaces.
Yeah, they just don't like seeing black people on screen, bro.
You didn't see these people come out the woodwork when they was watching Naruto. They couldn't say shit. Oh, damn, they got a whole village of black people? Oh, man, what are we going to do now?
You see people like in Pokemon, I think, what was the Pokemon Shield? The water girl, what was her name? Canessa, or I forgot. But she's black. She's like a Pokemon trainer. The people always
was black.
her. So yeah,
Was Brock black, or was he just tan?
Nah,
some people would say he's Chinese with a tan. So, but
I never really considered Brock as black.
I did, but I guess if they want to make him Chinese, I'm sure. But yeah, it's it's just, I don't know. And here's the thing: she's in bed with, not literally, but in bed with the Soul Eater creator, and the Soul Eater creator put black people in his anime specifically because there was a lack of black representation, and he didn't understand why, so he decided to put them in his anime, and so she's kind of following behind that. So these are intentional choices that they're doing.
Remember, the guy that did Soul Eater is the same guy that did Fire Force, and he did the same thing.
Yes.
He put black characters in his story again.
Yes.
And there's some of the coolest characters in this series.
Hey, Jabber is dope. Jabber.
There's a manhwa that I'm reading called Ordeal. If that ever gets animated, I guarantee you it's gonna blow up because of the black representation and how they portray. Bro, I think I'm not finished with it, but from what I've read, bro, there's nothing but black people in it, and they got superpowers. the shit is fire, bro. And like, it's not like they make the black people like very like stylish. Like the black people, you know, they look like black people from like the haircuts, the locks, and everything. It's pretty dope, man. I'd highly recommend it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out.
What was it
But
called?
yeah, that is.
It's called Ordeal.
Okay.
Man.
And like I said, when you brought up the aerial thing, my thing is I felt like the Attack on Titan live action should have been played by white actors, not Japanese actors playing white people. So,
I can feel that.
I try to be at least a little bit consistent with my reasoning.
I feel you, Mr. Caleb. I feel you.
Because you know, even Attack on Titan has a black. What's his name? Oh, you know what I'm talking about. And, you know, there's a black.
Bro, I think Mikasa is literally the only Japanese
person. And I guess that the lady from that one island.
No, not just Mikasa. Also, Levi,
the leader he Ackerman.
Oh, is it because he's an Ackerman?
Yep.
Was he a fourth?
All the Ackermans. If you were an Ackerman, you come
Yeah,
from
but
that
Aaron Yeager is not Japanese. I don't know
true.
what they was doing with that. He's white. He's German. Fucking what's his name? Armin. Armin is not Japanese. Commander Irwin. You know what I'm saying?
Annie.
Yeah, Annie Lockhart. Like I think people to at least try to be consistent.
But I will say, aside from all of that, there is a new League of Legends show. You know, I don't know if Angel can show the trailer for it.
Like Arcane?
No, I have the link for it. I forgot what it was called specifically.
No trailer. Mm-hmm. No trailer needed for this. But what's it called? Just to mention, Fallout Season 2 just came out. I think the first 3 episodes are available. So
I'm gonna send you.
I've been watching that.
Group chat. You know, I didn't watch the other one, but this one is like it looks like it's gonna be a hit because there's already 10 million views on this, and it's number 4 on trending for gaming.
Really?
Yep.
Ooh.
Well, it's number 5 now, but it is cooking. So I'm very curious.
Wait, what is this? Is this a new character?
No, it's a new anime series for League of Legends.
Where we at right now on time?
3 hour mark.
We got to wrap up
Guess what?
soon.
We ain't no way we talking about everything.
Hey man, that's why I said we should have left the Sonic stuff and the drama stuff till next week.
Nah, we can't keep pushing it off. We covered it, I think, the way we needed to. I think we covered our main topics.
Well, we covered your topic.
Yeah, we covered your topic, not the main topic that are almost 3 months old.
Okay, to be fair, is the Speedstorm. We covered a lot of that in depth, and CrossWorlds. We covered Speedstorm and CrossWorlds content since we started.
That's a Snapple fact. That's a Snapple fact.
You know, I didn't add nothing that wasn't irrelevant.
Sammy did have some heat though.
Which is why we have next week. Here's the thing, we I think we try to cram too much in one episode when we can spread it out, you know. Have people want there's one info next week, you know.
That's why I said put the more recent stuff until next week, because the stuff that we should have been covered, we didn't because we were offered 2 weeks. So that's why.
Come out?
believe it's this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yo, this shit look fire.
Yeah. That's why it's trending right now.
What is this gonna be on?
I have no clue.
Who animated this? Are all the episodes gonna look like this?
Good question. Like I said, I didn't watch the last one, but this one I might watch.
Yeah, I definitely like this art
I
style.
didn't watch Arcane.
Oh, you should. Arcane slap.
Yeah, I heard that. Arcane is good.
I feel like everybody's trying to.
Arcane was
That
best
same art
adaptation. At the VGAs when it came out. Yeah, this shit looks good, Sammy.
I know. Figured we added this because it's part of gaming and this is what's trending right now.
I didn't even know this was coming out.
Me either. Literally happened, what was it, yesterday?
Really?
Yeah. I guess we could have probably saved it for next week, but I'm just like, damn, we keep pushing things back. Everything's gonna be stale.
Oh
I
man,
don't
we
think
can still
seeing
talk
trailers gonna be a stale. We can always
Yeah,
be a
man,
stale.
we could talk about any of these things, man. You know.
Disney got some competition with the animation right now. I'll say that.
Oh, there is a light. The darkness can never kill.
I already know who Angel say he liked already.
Yo, chill, because like I was watching this trailer, bro, and this trailer just reminds me how badly I want this League of Legends MMO to come out because I'm looking at the worlds, that fucking that fucking city, fucking like castle looking fucking area. I'm like, bro, this MMO is gonna fucking slap if it looks anything like that and the worlds look as immersive as what I just saw. This MMO is gonna fucking take over World of Warcraft. I'm calling it.
You already know, man.
And like I don't play League of Legends, but I do know the lore and everything is so great and so diverse that this MMO is just gonna be so great, man.
It is.
This like it has the potential to be up there with the Final Fantasy 14s and the World of Warcrafts if done right. This could be like their biggest game.
It's a possibility. I'd love to see a comeback for MMO RPGs because, man, we don't have too many and none of them really succeed.
No, Absent. It's not the League MMO, but what we watched was a trailer to a TV show. But there is an MMO that they've been working on for many years. They just hasn't officially like been released, but it's known in the gaming community that Riot Games is making a League of Legends MMO set in the universe of the League of Legends. I forget what the name was too. It was something to do with what is the world of League of Legends called?
I have no clue.
I don't play sure.
It's whatever that world is. That's what like part of the name of the game. And yeah, yo, I can't wait for this to actually finally come into light. It might be in the next like year or two. From what my research. I mean, I haven't like researched it in a while though, but like last time I remember reading about it, the MMO is still being worked on, but not like where they can like announce it type shit. Does that make sense? Okay, their universe is called Runeterra.
Oh, I have heard
Yeah,
of
I've
that
heard of
before.
that.
Yeah, it says Riot Games is developing an untitled MMO set in the League of Legends universe, which is called Runeterra. Their universe, the League of Legends universe, is called Runeterra.
Okay.
So they announced that they were doing this, confirmed by the co-founder Mark Merrill in 2020, but it's in a long-term secretive development with a recent design reset in 2024 to avoid being a generic clone focusing on unique player-driven sandbox experience with no firm release date but ongoing hiring aiming for a future launch possibly before 2030. So like they this is so tight that there's no leaks, there's nothing, bro. They're keeping this so tight and under wraps that I'm hyped because if they keep being this secretive about it, like I cannot wait to see what they're cooking.
Yeah, so that's the League of Legends news. I know, we've been talking a lot about gaming, but we'll take a side step and talk about some more entertainment, being movies and TV shows. I know recently Stranger Things just wrapped up their show on Netflix, and honestly, even though this season I heard was probably up there with Game of Thrones and The Walking Dead in terms of being terrible, I will give them credit because they did release I believe the final episode in theaters, and it made 25 million, and I believe it was only in theater for like a couple of days, like a week or something like that. And the fact that they made 25 million in a week is kind of crazy. What do you guys think about that?
I actually think that's a dope, and I think because Netflix did that shit with the
Frankenstein.
Wait, Frankenstein released in theaters?
Yeah,
I thought it was just Netflix. Bless you.
Yeah,
Well, I guess you got
theaters as well.
Well, if it did, I guess we can add it to the list. But I know they did that with K-pop Demon Hunters, and it looked like they're having some success with it. So it seems like if Netflix, I guess it kind of makes sense, especially with the Warner Brother thing. So if it seems like for like things that Netflix has successful, they might start releasing it in theaters a little bit more. So that's
It's
dope.
funny you say that, Nano, because Netflix just recently said, or there was been reports recently about Netflix saying that they're gonna cut down the 45-day window releases of Warner Brothers movies to 17 days. And
Yeah,
it
I
has a
think it
lot
was
of
like
people
40-something
in
days.
the industry in arms right now, because this is one thing they feared with Netflix buying them, was that they were gonna kind of diminish like the theatrical releases and the movie industry.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about that? I know we talked about that earlier, like a couple podcast episodes back about theatrical releases and how they should hold some kind of value to entertainers or the viewers.
Yeah. So on one hand, I'm indifferent because I have Netflix. So even if the thing get the shit or the movies don't stay as long in theaters, they'll end up coming to Netflix faster. So I end up watching this stuff anyways.
Of even going to the theater if it's gonna come to Netflix in 2 weeks?
Well, some people might prefer the movie theater experience.
This is a W because it appeals to the both worlds. Because I don't like it when, let's say, and like an anime movie, it might be in the theater for whatever, and then I have to wait a year to watch it because there's nowhere else, or I have to, wait like.
Suppose Justice League comes out and it's going straight to Netflix. How would you feel?
It's not going straight to Netflix. What they're saying is that it'll be in what 17 days? What was it? How many days was it?
17 days, but
Yeah, 17 days after theater release.
Yeah, but
I
it's
think
also
that's
not
fair.
for everything. It's also not for everything. So some movies. So imagine they do Static Shock, and they said, "Well, Static Shock is not as big as we think he is, so he's going straight to Netflix."
I mean,
Hey, we still get to watch it, and if
could be
people,
a
if the
Netflix hit.
subscribers go up, if the subscribers go up on Netflix, if people want to watch that Static Shock for that month, guess what? They're gonna keep making it. They're still making money that way. The same with the Jake Paul fight events with Netflix. There's a reason why, Paramount got UFC. Netflix is doing boxing events and stuff. There's a reason it's going to these streaming servers because they make money off of these events. They make money off of these series. When people buy a subscription, they can see what they're clicking on or whatnot. So,
No,
I think it's good. You can still get your box office stuff. People can still see if they wanted to get the theater experience, they have a week or two to go to the theater if they really want to watch it in a theater setting. And then for those who just want to see it, or maybe they don't have the money that week or the week after, but they still want to watch it and they have a subscription, they can also enjoy the movie. I think it's the best of both worlds.
It actually make Netflix more worth buying to a lot of people.
Yeah, but the problem is, if Netflix starts doing that, people are gonna start saying, "Well, there's no point of going to the theater if I could just wait 2 weeks."
We had this kind of debate, not with us, I'm just in general, when COVID came, because a lot of people, we couldn't go to the movie theater because of the lockdown, and so a lot of movies came out on streaming services, and then there was a debate: should we continue to do this, or because if we do, we're going to kill the filming industry. It's literally the only reason the filming industry is still alive is because people want it to be, you know what I'm saying? Because if really they could just put everything on the streaming service and still make money, I mean, the price you pay for a subscription is damn near a movie ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go to the movie, spend what, $20 on a ticket with popcorn and everything included.
That's not even counting food, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's not counting food. What is Netflix? What, $20 now if you don't want? Like, it's the same thing. It's just that people love the theater and they're trying to find a best of both worlds situation to both the streaming services and the theater.
I don't mind them. I don't mind them cutting it down to 45 days, though. Like, if they cut it down to 30 days, that's understandable. You're in the theater for a month, and then if you didn't watch it in that time, you can watch it on Netflix. But you stripping it all the way down to 17 days, it makes it, for me, it's like, why even buy a ticket when I could just wait 2 weeks now?
To support the movie and to get the theater experience, because as much as you can watch at home,
that point,
the theater experience is different. People do care. There's the big screen, there's the surround sound. Sometimes in the movie, the seats they vibrate. There's so many things about the movies that you don't get at home.
I'm a big movie theater experience, so for me, I care. Like, if I really want to watch a movie in theaters, I'll watch it within the 2 weeks instead of Netflix.
Yeah, exactly. Those who really want to watch the movie will.
Yep.
I'm not saying they won't. The problem I'm bringing to the discussion is the fact that I think vast majority of people are just going to opt to wait the 2 weeks because they can just save money.
Yeah, that's
possibly. I mean, honestly,
it will be a hit to the movie industry.
I actually think, at least for me personally, the bigger problem is I know Netflix don't pull a fast one and try to increase the price again based off that shit.
Well, they'll probably try to increase the price, but also it's going to come to a point where Netflix is not going to honor theatrical releases because they're like, well, we get that people could just wait the 2 weeks, but the fact that they can just wait the 2 weeks, might as well just put it straight into Netflix.
They could, but the thing is it kind of looks like they're going in the opposite direction a little bit, because that, like, they kind of recently just started putting shit like K-pop Demon Hunters and stuff in theaters. Like, they're like flirting with the idea of putting things in theaters. If they feel
I've seen more anime movies in theaters than I've ever seen before. You getting all kinds of Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm seeing all kinds of anime movies, Dragon Ball. I think if anything, like, the movies is always going to have their place.
I just think it's a bit different only because this is Netflix. It's not everybody else. And if Netflix starts this trend, I'm pretty sure, Disney Plus will follow, or Disney will follow suit, or Amazon.
Good.
Just because they're the ones that are competing right now with them.
I think it's good. I think we shouldn't have to. There's 12 months in a year. We shouldn't have to wait over a month just to see a movie that came out 45 days ago. Like, I don't think it should take that long for it to be digital. People gonna bootleg it anyway.
We'll see if it's beneficial or not soon enough. But this is part of the reason why Trump said they might not even get Warner Brothers, because his office has a say in terms of whether they want to block the deal or not. This might be a factor, especially with the Directors Guild or whichever guild it is in Hollywood right now, looking like they're about to go on strike because of this deal.
Yeah, but unfortunately, as somebody got to get Warner Brothers, so like, if it's
I'm
gonna
glad
be somebody,
you mentioned that, because
people are afraid of change, man. It's kind of like but if you put UFC on Paramount, then that's going to hurt the pay-per-view numbers. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? You know what? People still it's gonna help the consumer. It's gonna make it more available to the consumer. It's just that a lot of these old industries are getting outdated, man.
I'm glad you said someone had to get Warner Brothers Nano, because literally Paramount, they tried to get Warner Brothers again, gave them an offer they couldn't refuse, and Warner Brothers like, nah, this deal's inferior to Netflix. Paramount tried to strong arm them, try to put up more money, but then Zaslav and Warner Brothers was like, respectfully, this deal just ain't up to snuff in comparison to what Netflix offered them. I don't know what it is that has Warner Brothers so in Netflix's pocket, but apparently Warner Brothers has to deal to sell its studios and streaming assets to Netflix for cash and stock worth $27.75. Paramount was offering $30 per share. So I don't know where it got lost in translation, but apparently there was a downside risk if Paramount pact fell through, with the board calculating that Warner would be on the hook for $4.7 billion, a $2.8 billion termination fee due to Netflix, a $1.5 billion fee for failing to complete a debt exchange, and incremental interest expense of about $350 million combined that would lower cash netted by PSKY. I'm not sure I think that's Paramount. Paramount's stock ticker. 5.8 billion termination fee, just 1.1 billion in the event of a failed transaction. So essentially what they were saying was, if the deal fell through with Netflix, they're saying they're gonna have to pay all these fees on top of the deal falling through. So a termination fee for not completing the deal, which was 1.5 billion. No, sorry, a 1.5 billion debt exchange if the deal didn't go through, a 2.8 billion termination fee if Netflix pulled out, and then they'd have to pay $350 million as well on top of that. So they didn't like the fact that, if they had to say no to Netflix, they would have to pay almost like $6 billion in costs. Even though Paramount was like, yeah, we'll buy you. But I think that's why Paramount was like, yeah, we'll add an extra 10 billion on top of what Netflix was adding, because I guess they figured, well, if they terminate the deal with Netflix, they're gonna have to pay like a couple billion, so we'll add another 10 billion to sweeten it. But even Warner Brothers is like, nah, we good. We'll just take the 80 billion or 90 billion that Netflix is offering, as opposed to your 100 billion.
Yeah. So I'm assuming, by the way you brought up Paramount, I'm assuming you would prefer them over Netflix to get it.
Well, at least I know the theatrical releases would still be around a month. It probably won't be 45 days still, but 30 days and up, maybe like 30, somewhere between 30 to 40 days. I could see it happening with Paramount. I don't really care. Like, for me, I only care that Warner Brothers big theatrical releases still happen and great stories are still being told. Like, I don't want a situation for like even Netflix buying them and then all of a sudden, yeah, we're gonna shutter some studios down that are working on some projects. We're also not gonna tell any DC stories, or we're not gonna do this. Like at that point, why the hell did you buy them? To sit on IP? To stockpile IP? Like I don't want that to happen. So my biggest thing is whoever buys Warner Brothers, keep them running as is, have them tell great stories. Don't try to change them to fit whatever you're trying to bring to the table. Because we've seen Netflix, anytime they adapt something, all of a sudden it's not to the source. Or all of a sudden they don't care about the source. And this is why you got people like Henry Cavill leaving The Witcher. Now The Witcher's trash is getting canceled now. The only thing I think that they got right was One Piece. And Avatar is still a toss-up for me. The Last Airbender I'm talking about. So
what? Oh, The Last Airbender.
Yeah, so I'm still on the fence about Netflix, but apparently there are worse options out there, so we'll have to see.
I don't know, man. I think Netflix has been releasing some quality over the more recent years, so I don't necessarily have a problem with Netflix getting the deal completed, but that's just my opinion.
That's fair.
The biggest thing for me is I'm just worried about the Netflix increasing their prices again.
It's a possibility it could happen. But I mean, speaking on like 17-day theatrical releases, apparently Avatar Fire and Ash made $1 billion in 18 days.
Yeah, man, I watched it. I contributed my money to it, and it was great. It was the best one so far, action-wise especially.
It's crazy, Caleb, because I agree with you on everything you just said, but it's making the least amount of money out of all three of them.
No W game after the Rapture.
The least it's okay. He said, and this made 1.4. Damn near made the same amount of money.
What happened?
Yeah. I mean, apparently, from what I heard, Avatar is the trilogy that has made the most money out of any other trilogy in existence.
Well, no, it's a success. It made just as much money as
what, $2.5 billion. The first one made what, like the same amount of money, and then this one's already at $1 billion. So you're looking at an easy $5 billion. Like, who's competing with you? Not even Star Wars.
Yeah, they give good quality. It's an experience. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, because before I watched Avatar 1 in theaters, but just before I watched 3, I watched it on Disney Plus, and the theater experience is it's never going to go away because it's just different. Like, I watched it in 3D XD, and so and I think James Cameron specifically figured out the headache problem, and he made his movie to where people wouldn't get headaches with the 3D and stuff. So he kept all of that in mind. But I watched it in 3D IMAX. It was amazing. It was a great time. The action was good. I mean, I think they were using like 60 frames per second action scenes, and it was good. It definitely deserves the amount of money it makes. I can't wait for the 4th or 5th movie to come out. They definitely left on the cliffhanger.
So there's also a caveat to this now, because James said, if this doesn't make a lot of money or people don't like it as much, they might
end it or not.
Yeah. But
either that'll be
also his protege James Wan, the same guy that did Aquaman, and then The Conjuring. He said he'll take it up. He'll do the next couple of movies if that's the case.
Yeah, that ain't happening. And I think this movie was a success, so there's definitely gonna be more. I don't know where the Avatar hate comes from.
What's the success though? Because we don't know how much was spent on this movie to get done, right?
I mean, they literally have they literally tell you how much the budget is.
How much was the budget for this one?
We would have to Google search. I'm just saying the information is they didn't.
I'm gonna look it right now.
I didn't hear anything about this movie being a failure.
Yeah, it wasn't a failure. It's just
apparently it was exceeding $400 million. So I think to break even, they needed to make $1 billion.
And they made more.
they
They made
gotta-
like
they gotta
1.5, 1.6 point.
Yeah, they got to be at 1.5 to be in
They're
the
going
sweet
on to
spot.
2 billion. You know, you make $2 billion on a movie.
Oh,
That's
so
just,
so they good then.
exactly.
We'll see. We'll see.
And we'll see. They already. We'll see.
Man,
They
if
is
James
good.
Cameron talking, if James Cameron's talking doom and gloom, that's why I say I will see, bro.
He's
'cause
not.
this
He's
James
just,
Cameron-
You also got to take in consideration when it gets put on
Disney Plus.
streaming services, man. You
It's
know
only gonna
they
go to
make money
Disney
off of that
Plus.
too.
So
Yeah.
we'll see if they make money off of Disney Plus.
Mhm.
But that's the first time I ever heard James Cameron talk like that. Every
yeah,
time
but
he talks
he just
about Avatar,
he said that before the movie came out. He was just, hey, man, if people ain't watch it or if it don't make no money, it might be the last one. And then they came out, it was amazing and made over $1 billion. So
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
how it is for like any movie though. If that shit trash, it might be the last one, man. Or not if
No,
it's
yeah.
trash, but if it doesn't, make the moolah.
yeah, then there won't be sequels. But if people are watching sequels, like, okay, for an example, Sonic, the Sonic movie, the live action Sonic. If people didn't watch the first one and it did terrible in the box office, there would be no Sonic 2 or 3. But because people watched
a
the
fact.
first one, they came out and supported it, and they watched the second one, and then they watched. They're coming out with Sonic 4 now. You know what I'm saying? As long as people continue to enjoy these movies and watch them, they'll continue to make more. But the moment, people stop or the movie's trash or people stop watching, then yeah, the end. But so far, Avatar definitely keeps pumping out the quality, man, in the box office. W movie.
Yep.
Speaking on some Disney movies, lately, Disney's been pumping out some Doomsday trailers, and the reason why I brought this up is because the latest one, I think, is drawing a lot of attention and eyes right now from fans across the board, whether you're casual or you're a comic book fan. And I sent it in the group chat. I don't know if Angel could show it on screen. It's only
That shit did not for me.
All right,
but
so
I was really feeling this trailer.
Then about to go to bed. It sound like.
yeah, so I
gotta-
actually gotta head out now because I gotta wake up at 4:30 a.m. So
Damn, that's an early shift.
yeah, I gotta be at work at 6:15 a.m. Man, I got a 12-hour shift tomorrow, so
Man, we
I
almost
need
done.
my
I'm
sleep.
gonna say, how about we just make this the last thing and then we all just be done.
Yeah, we could talk about the rest of the stuff on the next podcast. Save it.
Hold
We
on.
could put a
You
line.
fine with that, Sammy?
Man, I don't even know if I want to talk about it at that point. That's 3 weeks.
We can still talk about it, bro. We can still give our opinions.
Bro, we don't have to do marathon comeback today. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about that next week.
Yeah, Sammy.
Yeah, but all the AI stuff is more so like 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks old now.
Listen,
That's the thing.
Sammy, it don't matter if shit is old, bro. If you want to talk about it, we can talk about it. I mean,
next
if
week
you
might come
only
and then some
wanna-
other news comes up, and then all
If
the
we,
gotta
I will put it this way, Sam. If we want
All right.
this short, but we want to give your topics an actual discussion, then we probably do have to delay it because we don't want to just rush through it because we're on time.
Then that'll be half-assed.
Because I feel like the when it comes to the RAM shortages and how that goes with AI, I think that's a discussion to be had.
Yeah,
that shouldn't be
that-
just like
yeah, that's-
rushed.
Yeah, like that's
So-
gonna be an issue going forward. So like, no matter if it's 2 weeks old, people are still talking about it because it's something that's affecting a lot of PC gamers and just a lot of people in general.
Dude, not even just PC games. It's gonna affect consoles, phones, like
Anything that uses RAM as a memory source. That's a lot of devices, man.
Yeah, people think, maybe we'll talk about it in depth. People think it's just, all the RAM's going up so people can make goofy videos. It's like, no, a lot of the tech industry is taking up the RAMs, and there are some companies that literally just sell to tech companies, and not just, so people can make goofy videos, but because
AI demands a lot of RAM.
Yeah.
I do want to say we should at least cover the New Game Plus because that showcases. Wait, hold on. That showcase happened today, no?
Yeah, we can do that. We'll just have to do it.
For us all.
It's short on time. He has to get up in the morning, so it'll just be me, you and Angel. But we can go over
That's all I know for
some
sure.
of the
Yeah,
last
we
few
should go
things.
over at least the New Game Plus because I think that showcase
The
happened today.
question
Actually,
isn't
All right, y'all. Appreciate always Lil being on another episode, man. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Make be good. Y'all have a good one, man. Yes, sir.
You seen this trailer, guys?
I did. It was good. It was good. You know, I'm still waiting for the hero. I'm still waiting for Miles Morales to show up, but nah, what they showed was
Man. Like, all this was fine and dandy. It's just, you know, that last part that they cut to. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was hard.
Bro, the X-Men is coming back.
Bro, Cyclops going crazy with the optical blast?
Marvel finally got their baby back.
I don't care what anybody says. This Doomsday is gonna be fucking gas.
I heard the runtime for this movie is about almost 4 hours, bro. Like 3 hours and 45 minutes.
I feel like Endgame should have been longer. I feel like that last battle scene was rushed, bro. Like I feel like a lot of heroes didn't really get their moment. So yeah, the longer the better.
It better be 4 hours or close to 4 hours. Like, I don't even care if it's 5 hours. With all the teams that are going to be in this
full
movie,
of action, yeah, every hero.
Yeah, there's going to be too many teams for you not to have a screen time. Exactly. Or you want to do 2 parts of Doomsday, like you have a part 1 movie and it's 4 hours, and then a part 2 movie and it's another 4 hours, like fine. Or 3 hours and a half for both movies, that's fine. But like, don't rush through and there's like 50 people in the cast for this movie. Like,
yeah, I don't want to see where it's a bunch of heroes on screen and then you just see one hero you like get one punch in for like half a second. That's their scene in the movie.
And then you cut to the next team and it's like the same thing.
Yeah, nah.
Like, do these guys justice? You know, we haven't seen the original X-Men cast on TV for like how many years? Like
since the early 2000s, right?
Yeah, we've only been seeing Hugh Jackson, which is the Wolverine.
I am glad all of this mumbo jumbo contract stuff is getting out the way, and Marvel's getting all of their IPs back. The Fantastic Four movie was amazing.
It was all split up all over the place because Fox owned them.
All they're missing is Spider-Man, right?
Universal owned the whole. You know, Spider-Man was with Sony, and then the rest of
Sony's are being a bunch of hoes, keeping that from too.
Disney was smart to buy Fox because it's like, yo, if we buy Fox, we'll unify most of Marvel. The only thing we're going to be missing is the Hulk because he's with Universal and Spider-Man.
Yeah, Sony still got Miles Morales and stuff. What was it? Spider-Verse.
And that's why we don't get real good true Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
Because Sony wanted we want to be the odd ones. We're going to be hard and not let you guys, get Spider-Man.
Yeah, we want to make the money off of Spider-Man. Forget all y'all.
And at least let Disney fucking do something with it, You can keep the IP. At least let Disney fucking be able to use Spider-Man and fucking make movies, because obviously you guys suck at making them.
Yeah, because the Spider-Verse characters, like all their movies were trash. Kraven's movie was garbage. Venom's movies were garbage. Like, who else got a movie? He was garbage too. Morbius. Like, oh my god. All of them were garbage. Like, I'm glad they're not doing the villains any movies anymore because Sony did not know what to do with them. But I think the last thing we can cover, because it would have been good to have Nano here for this one, but the New Game Plus showcase, which is essentially a showcase just like showing off the newer games that are supposed to come out. I know the Game Awards cover some of it, but this is like their own version, and without having people paying just for slots to do their trailers, because I think that was one of the big controversies with the Game Awards in terms of like it
being a bit advertisement.
Yeah, the advertisement. People paying like how much millions just to hold a slot to have their trailer shown. Like, that's crazy to me. But New Game Plus was like, nah, you come in here, you just show your game, showcase your game, and people can watch. You don't gotta pay us nothing. And I thought that was nice. Like, use that money that you would have used for like the Game Awards to advertise your game to do proper marketing for your game.
Yeah, I will say that is one thing, because sometimes they do it, or they spend the money for the Game Awards eyes, but then it's like the people who didn't watch the Game Awards won't know about it.
Yep.
and the game might not end up being as popular as they thought. So interesting.
And the showcase was actually just a bunch of trailers. So if you watch this showcase, you were just watching trailer after trailer after trailer after trailer, which is nice because for the most part, one thing we've been saying about, the Game Awards is the fact that, when you watch the Game Awards, you'll watch a trailer and then you have to sit there for 30 minutes because they're trying to do comedy, they're trying to do this, they're trying to do that, and then you kind of lose the plot and you lose the audience because you're drawn away from what they came there for, and that was for the game. And like, yeah, the awards still do them, but like, when you show a trailer once in every like 20 minutes, like people are gonna be sitting there like, come on, when's the next one coming? Like, you're not really showing no awards to nobody. Can we see a trailer for something? We don't need comedy. This ain't the Grammys. This ain't the Oscars. And I think that's the one thing that's plaguing all of these award shows like the Oscars and the Grammys. They're trying to do too much when they could just be here, giving out awards. And that's essentially what it is, really. You go there to watch the people win the awards that they deserve, and you show them their flowers. You don't need to do all the theatrics in between. It doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, I think we could save the New Game Plus showcase for the next week because we'll have Nano on there, even though we'll be a week late and stuff will be a bit old. This is stuff like we can all go through and talk about because it's a lot of games, honestly. Because this showcase went on for what, about 4 hours, if I'm not mistaken. Did any of you guys watch it?
Oh no, I didn't see it.
Yeah, they had a lot of games that they showcased. So I think it's better if Nano is here for it because he'll be able to give his input as well. And I definitely think this is much needed, and I hope that they do this next year as well because this is something we need. Like, I'm glad that the Game Awards is around, but I think we need something different. Only because the funny thing was, during the Game Awards, they had a poll up, and they asked, if I double check here. Yeah, so during the Game Awards, they put out a poll, and even though they had viewership of over 171 million live streams or people watching the live stream, they had a poll given out that night, and they were asking the audience to rate the showcase, and 39% rated it a D or below.
Oh shit, I'm lagging, bro. Guys, I'm lagging.
Are you?
I am.
Oh yeah, I can see it on screen. Damn.
No, what's going on? I should never lags. Oh
Yeah, it's
man,
weird. I'm scared myself.
I might have to cut this short before
I mean, we
before
was
our
ending
stream
it right here
dies.
anyways, but yeah, what do you guys think about that?
Oh no, this is gonna lag. Well, I don't know what you guys want to do. I feel like they're not gonna hear us talk because the shit is lagging.
Let me see if the audio is messed up. I don't know if I even hear anything. No,
Yeah,
I can
I
hear the
don't hear
audio. It's
anything.
just the visuals. It's just the visuals that's chopping.
Well,
Okay, let me see.
I don't know what you guys want to do. I feel like they're not going to hear us talk because
Okay, so I guess
Yeah, it's just the visuals. I
all
don't know
right, so it's just the visual.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess we can end it off on this last part here. So I was saying, you know, even though there's 171 million people that viewed the live stream for the Game Awards, you know, they asked a poll to the audience about what they would rate the showcase between A, B, C, or D or below, and 39% of the audience voted D or below.
Oh, for the Game Awards?
Yeah.
I thought it was a good. Honestly, I thought it was a good event. Like, I don't think they did bad at Showcase. And I think people just hate. Some people hate it because their game didn't win, type shit. But honestly, I thought it was a good show.
But 39% rating it a D and below?
I think people get upset with the feeling like certain games are paid to win type shit. But overall, like just as an inner performance, like I thought it was a good event. But I can't speak for everybody.
I'm pretty neutral. I would say in between a B or a C. But the fact that, you know, 39%, practically near 40% of the audience said, you know, it was a D or below is kind of telling. I know a lot of the years, you know, people were complaining about how, you know, drawn out the award show feels like there's too much fluff. So maybe that might be the reason as to why it got such a low score. But, you know, with newer showcases like New Game Plus being around to showcase these games every start of the year, I think it's, you know, welcome because it's something different, and you know, you're not getting something drawn out, you're not getting something that has a lot of fluff. And also, if you're a studio, you don't have to worry about dishing out a couple million just to hold a slot for your trailer of your game.
Yeah, I think people will end up going to, you know, what is more beneficial. Because I mean, E3 was a thing at one point. Now E3 doesn't exist. I'm to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars just to get a booth. You know what I'm saying? And then I feel like a lot of game studios are like, yo, we don't need to buy a booth for E3. We can just literally make a trailer on all. So there's always, if people feel like a certain award industry is kind of like outlived its purpose, then you know they'll go to whatever is better. So, but we'll see. I think the Game Awards though, I feel like it's at this point. I feel like it's gonna be a thing for a while, but definitely, you know, there's always room for improvement. You know, I feel like.
What do you think, Angel?
About the poll?
Yeah, what do you think about that poll?
And what's this poll for?
The viewership, like, I guess the team at the Game Awards put out a poll while, you know, there was 171 million people watching the stream, and they asked, you know, what would you rate the award show, like A, B, C, or D or below? And 39% of the audience voted D and below.
Or wait, what show? What award show?
The Game Awards.
Oh damn.
I think people just hating, bro. People are trolls. They gon'
Yeah, I think a lot of those votes are a lot of troll votes. So like, I mean, I wouldn't take that serious.
Yeah, but like 171 million people watching, and damn near 40% of them voting that.
Yeah,
you think all of that's troll votes?
That's a lot of trolls. Yeah, they hating because Expedition won, and they're talking, they're voicing their opinions based on a poll. Oh, it's just trash. No arc raiders on the Game Awards or this and that.
Yeah.
Man, shut the fuck up, man. At that point, yo, you're just being fucking kids. At that point.
They knew that Expedition was gonna win everything, and they hated that, so they wanted the shit on the award show. So
It's a possibility. I was just thinking maybe it has something to do with, you know, over the years everyone's been saying that there's too much fluff going on with the award show. Which
I mean, that could be a
Well, I
thing
mean,
too.
people,
That could
but
be a
people
thing.
also do watch it for the trailers. People do want to see what new games are coming out, so it's not bad that
100%.
they show trailers. Now maybe they can
No,
up,
but I
up the
mean like all the
quality,
stuff in between, like them
like
showing
the
trailers,
singing. Okay,
the
but to the
singing,
people in the audience, they
trying to
have
do
to
comedy
entertain
all the
them too.
time and all that stuff.
Yeah, like maybe the Miss Piggy stuff or whatever. But like I said, it is an award show, so there are people who bought tickets to see it live. You know, obviously, maybe for the people who are sitting at home don't care for it, but I mean, the people who are there, I'm sure enjoyed it. You know, they still had to put on the show. And then too, honestly, I enjoyed some of the things. I like seeing Pauline's voice singer come out there and they had like her singing in real life. I thought that was dope. So some people might not care, you know. Like maybe they didn't even play Donkey Kong. They're like, girl singing, who cares? But for there's other people that like it. So just
Well, I guess that's all the topics for tonight. So we'll be able to.
what do we got to look forward to next week? What we got to look forward to next week?
We got some. Well, who knows? It might be more stuff now, but we got some AI stuff we still got to talk about for next week, and the new game plus showcase. You know, Marathon might be making a comeback, and Arc Raiders is on fire. Also, the Xbox showcase is coming up soon, so we got some information about that and what could possibly be shown on that showcase as well. But in terms of what else might be talked about next week, who knows? Because, you know, entertainment, there's always some news for it. So it could be some more topics than just what was just said. So stay tuned for that because, you know, always a great time with us every night. Well, not every night, but every Wednesday night that we're here with you guys and we're hanging out. We're going through the topics with y'all. But in terms of tonight's episode, enjoyed it. You know, yesterday we were supposed to do it, but we got kind of sidetracked talking about Vegas. That's all I'm gonna say. And definitely love hanging out with you guys when we do the podcast. It's always fun. It's always a blast. Enjoy each and every one of you guys that always tune in as well. You know, absent. We had Sonic on. Shout out to Sonic. Hopefully he gets his situation cleared up. You know, we had Wolf. We had Toxic. We had a couple people here in the chat tonight. Some new faces. I haven't even seen some of these people before. Appreciate you guys as well. We finally made 100 subscribers, so that's great. Maybe we do something for the community because of that. That'd be awesome. But yeah, I guess, you know, we can end things here. Caleb, let them know where they can find you.
It's good. You know what I'm saying? It's good to catch up with the episodes and, you know, get back on track and, you know, had to speak it, so, you know, truth. You know, hopefully the drama in the racing community can cease because it really is a fun game and I really enjoy it and all the extra stuff is not needed and, you know, stopping, you know, I don't want to be in a place where I feel like I don't want to play the game. But so hopefully things get better, but glad to be back 2026, you know what I'm saying? We're doing big things. And you know, on to the next one. But yeah, I think I did post you know, quote unquote more hostile version of the song. So I guess we can close out to that version. But yeah, Angel, you got anything?
This is for the closing.
Yeah.
I mean, great podcast. You know, 2-week hiatus because of the holidays. It was great to, you know, shoot the shit with y'all and, you know, get up to date with everything. And, you know, always a pleasure. You know, even though we get lost in conversation, but always a pleasure. I feel like we need to start talking before we do the podcast. I feel like if we do that, we'll probably always be on time. I feel like we get sidetracked conversating before we go on a podcast. I'm like, we could just talk about this on a podcast, unless it's certain subjects, you know.
Yeah.
But definitely, you know, always enjoy coming here and talking and listening to everybody's point of views and whatnot. on everything. I mean, we got a lot more things we could talk about tomorrow. Jeez, not next week.
Next week, yeah.
And don't worry, it's 2026. It's gonna be chock full of news. CES 2026 is happening next week as well, I believe. That's like the biggest tech show of the year. It's always every January. So we might look at some new like tech when it comes to like computing and shit like that. So that'll be interesting. Maybe we'll get some gaming news in there. It's usually not really gaming, it's more electronics, but you never know. Other than that,
on Nvidia, but we'll see.
Oh,
Maybe
man.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, you never know what's gonna happen. Other than that, great podcast. Thank you everybody that came through and watched it with us, chatted with us, and spent their time with us. If you guys like the content in the podcast, like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified whenever we go live. We go live every Wednesday. Usually we try to the normal safe mark is we go live by 9 o'clock. All right. Normally it's 8:30. So if you don't see us live at 8:30, we're most likely going live at 9. Could be technical difficulties, could be something, that's causing us to not be able to go live right at 9 o'clock. But other than that, appreciate all you guys. 100 subscribers today. We just reached, so 900 more to go so we can get monetized.
Yes, sir. Help us out on the goal.
That we'll see you guys next week, y'all. Much love. Y'all have a great weekend, and we'll see you in the next.
Play that diss track. Play that diss track.
Welcome to the Crash Out.
Have a good night, y'all.
The Wind Riders, 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 the Wind Riders are going down. The Wind Riders, the Wind Riders, the Wind Riders, the Wind Riders, the Wind Riders are full of clowns.
Yeah, the Wind Riders are a fucking joke. In every tournament, man, they fucking choke. Yeah. Hating on niggas cause they fucking broke. They never had muscle, man, stay off that coke.
Oh, and just know I'm with all the smoke. I'm shooting at Wind Riders until they fucking croak. They was laughing, they thought it was a joke, until a stream sniper came and cut they throat. The Wind Riders, 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 the Wind Riders are going down. The Wind Riders, 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 a team full of clowns.
Yeah, you a pussy ass nigga if you a shy guy. There won't be level 4 when I do the drive-by. My Uzi automatic shooting like it's AI. Self-driving car taking off, now you in the sky high.
The Wind Riders, fake man, they artificial. Everything about them scrubs is superficial. The Sonic Racing Lounge will never be official. They can keep making memes until we get judicial. The Wind Riders, 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 the Wind Riders are going down. The Wind Riders, the Wind Riders, the Wind Riders, the Wind Riders, the Wind Riders got kicked out of town.
They spewing poison in the community. The Wind Riders are an airborne disease. We need an antidote expeditiously. They out here spreading lies so untruthfully, which is why they will get dealt with ruthlessly. They getting kicked out the club so brutally. That's what they get for acting so stupidly. No go and kick rock, I already wrote the eulogy. The Wind Riders, 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 the Wind Riders are going down. The Wind Riders, the Wind Riders, the Wind Riders, the Wind Riders, the Wind Riders got put in the ground. They full of hot air and smell like some breaking wind. Crying on the internet cause I be going in. They must be blowing smoke and they must be high on gas. If they think I won't show up and put some belt to wear. Banned from the circuit, I guess that mean we up. One up community, celebrity turning up. kicked to the curb because you was acting up. Maybe next time you will learn to shut the fuck up.